No mai, haere mai. Welcome to Fly Palmy Arena for boys single A quarter-final action. Hato Paora taking on Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata. Andrew Horrocks joined by the Lincoln legend, Mainland Paukai head coach Josh Thompson. First time in the comms booth on the show court. Welcome along.
Cheers, Andrew. Yeah, first time on the show court. Looking forward to, being back for the rest of the week actually. So pretty excited.
Great to have you. We're going to get into the team lists. First for Te Kura Kaupapa, number 4 Timothy Waka, number 5 Dayton Sherman, number 6 Te Koho Moana Palmer, 7 Tumaro Morgan, 8 Benji Holst, number 9 Waika Haroa Pakarangi, number 10 Tamaho Palmer, number 11 Hororata Corbett, number 12 Jeremiah Raroa, 13 Machu Phillips Taura, 14 Tristan Waka, 15 Reri Bryant, head coach Kareti Rao Tangata, assistant coach Doug Edwards, and the manager is Kylie Pakarangi.
Yeah, and for Hato Paora College, we have Te Ahi Taiwa Hararai Hoskings, Mai Te Rangi Arahanga, Hamuera Va'a, Otaki Mihaere, Rangi Te Arore Maurirewa, Tamihana Whai Nohu, Lincoln Allen Jury, Puhi Tiawa Robson, Russell McKenzie, and Drummond Millens, and coached by Tomarangi Hipango, assistant Regan Sword, and manager Shaila Ali Haitana.
Had a conversation with Tomarangi prior to this game. Said they're going to have to play some of their best basketball to get over the top, but a man who's not short of a korero, now down coaching in this game. Josh, you've seen a little bit of Tomarangi's team. What have you made of Hato Paora so far?
Yeah, they look pretty good, pretty athletic. I think their main guy is Hoskings, Hakarai Hoskings. As we can see there, he had 30 against their loss against Manukura, 28 against Ngātai Aotea, 27. So look for him to have a big game in terms of scoring. But overall, I think they're an athletic team. They like to get up and down and run. Haven't seen too much of Te Kura Kaupapa Māori or Ruamata, so this is new for me to watch them play.
Yeah, it's always interesting, isn't it, though? Finals footy, whoever can show up in the moment. And with these longer tournaments, this is now day 3 for everyone. Fatigue starts to set in. Some tired brains can make for some interesting decision-making and can play into either team's hands. Yeah,
for sure. This is down to the nitty-gritty, as they say, the business end of the tournament. This is where you want to be at your best. You fight all week to get good positions, and to have a chance to move into the semi-finals is always an exciting opportunity, especially at this level, at the high school level. These are always tough.
For Te Kura Kaupapa, haven't lost yet in this tournament. We're undefeated through pool play. Didn't qualify in 2022. And then for Hato Paora, who finished 4th last year in 2022, they have won 2, lost 3. So you'd have to say Te Kura Kaupapa are the favourites coming into this one. And Josh, as always, I like to talk about the uniforms. Yep. And Te Kura Kaupapa's up there for my favourite one. Love the Māori design down the side of it.
I really marvel at Kura Kaupapa Māori schools uniforms. They're always impeccable, even their non-playing uniforms, right? Their school uniforms are always good, but it's always good to see the kōwhaiwhais out on each uniforms, both being Te Reo Māori schools. This is going to be awesome to see.
Referee's just about ready to get us underway. Hato Paora in the blue, Te Kura Kaupapa in the white, and straight away a set play off the tip, Josh Thompson, and they get underway.
Yeah, funny enough, I have a couple of set plays. We had set plays for the Paukai this year off the tip, as we had a few athletes that could win the tip, so not uncommon.
Big kick out there from Arahanga. Was tournament team in 2022.
Yeah, Hato Paora have the experience, right, playing in these big games as they were here last year. It'll be interesting to see how Te Kura go.
Shot there on the Kuruwhiwhi Toru, and the tūrapa back into the hands of Hato Paora. Still looking for their first score. Happy to get into some dribble handoffs and on ball. Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is up and in and out from Mehaere, and away come Te Kura kaupapa. Josh, looks like a scrambled 2-3 zone there from Hato Paora.
Yeah, like kind of packing it in, letting them shoot, but great job there at the penetration. Just missed the floater there, number 8 Hostel. So that's the key to beating a zone, penetrating the seams and trying to get the ball in the paint.
It was almost a big don't argue, wasn't it? As a little skip pass, and that's gone out of bounds off the hands of Otaki Mehaere.
Just a little bit, putting his back foot.
Looks like a 1-2-2 three-quarter court look here from Hato Paora defensively. Always a big fan of the chess match, Josh.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's funny enough, didn't see too many zone presses in Tauihi League this year. Just a lot of full court man-to-man. So it's actually good coming back and watching the high school scenes and seeing the presses, the full court presses.
I think the reality is, Josh, right, you had too many good ball handlers in that league.
Yep.
Too many athletes who could get up and down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. As we see, Te Kura with another drive.
And another tough finish there for Te Kura kaupapa.
Is Pakurangi had a big 43-point game this tournament.
Was that against Aquinas?
Yeah, against Aquinas, yeah. So he is one young man to keep an eye on, not just because of the great hairstyle.
Arahanga had a great lane there, but just got stripped, came back off his body. And Te Kura kaupapa. Interesting that 1-2-2 that Hato Paora is showing there, Josh. Not much pressure. They're more than happy just to fall back.
Yeah, sometimes you play full court zone presses just to run the clock out, see if we can speed them up. As you see, like, you're driving with 7 seconds to go in the shot clock, so they're slowing the pace down. As you see a baseline inbounds, see how they switch to look like a man there.
Tough spin straight into the double team from Pakurangi, but it's going to stay Te Kura kaupapa ball. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Box set up here. Is it going to be a screener action?
Yes,
not really. Tough.
Good defense there from Hato Paora, the 4-second tested 3-point shot there, or the Kuruwhiwhi Toru.
Kapai.
I have been impressed with your te reo this year, Andrew. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Thank you, Josh. I think it's all the stuff we did last year. Yeah. It's just been beaten into my brain. We're now at, I remember for 23s in D-League. It wasn't on Whakata Māori.
No.
Didn't have to do it, but I still found myself reverting back to using the te reo words. Interesting as well, speaking to different associations, especially Harbour, as we had Māori Language Week the other week, and they were talking about the young athletes who listen in, and all through trainings and games, they're starting to recognise which of the different phrases are in te reo. So it's a beautiful thing, you know, through ESPN and different avenues like Sky TV. We've probably run out of adjectives to use in English, so why not use te reo to find some different ways?
Oh, for sure. Like, we have to promote it more. I know the country is trying to get into it, but Whakata Māori, you know, one of our sponsors in terms of bringing, you know, our lovely secondary school nationals to you all back home, you know, and we couldn't do it without them. So us putting in te reo Māori and promoting it is always a, you know, bonus in terms of what we do here.
A chance here as well. We've got a few awards that you need your nominations in for tonight. First of all, the Celtics Good Sport Award, putting forward someone who's gone above and beyond here at the Nationals. It could be during the season. It could be at this tournament that you've seen. Head to BBNZ socials to enter. It's going to be presented after AA finals. We've also got the New Zealand Carbon Farming How Green Is Your Team. Head to BBNZ socials and comment your top 3 sustainability tips for schools and sports and be in to win a $50 Players Sports voucher for your school. And then the Bailey's Altogether Better Award. The opportunity for your school to win a $500 travel voucher to assist with the cost of attending secondary school nationals. Because, Josh, we know it's an expensive exercise for parents.
Yeah, for sure.
Head to BBNZ Instagram page, find the Win with Bailey's post, and comment why your team is #AllTogetherBetter. Good luck finding that post, though. I know Liam's been very busy on the socials. There's been a lot to talk about. The boys under 16 silver medal in the Asia Cup.
Yep.
Secondary schools going on. We've got the Shik Cup coming up.
Yep.
Are you involved with Pōkai for that one?
I am. Yep. We're trying to get our roster together. Obviously, the rosters need to be in, I think, tomorrow. I'm unsure on that one. But
I've seen a few being released over the last week or so.
Also, I'm away on Sunday.
You're always away.
With the Junior Tour Ferns and the Junior Tour Blacks. We're off to Papua New Guinea.
I hope you're getting those air points in.
Yeah, I'm trying. I do have a World Cup I need to go to too with the Lincoln Uni 3x3. So there's a fair bit on in this term.
Is it this year?
This year, yep. It's in November. Doha in Qatar. As we see a nice wee layout.
Any travel tips you've taken from the 16 boys?
Yeah, it's a tough one because we pretty much leave on Saturday. And 9 of our girls are playing this week. So we'll have to see how the bodies hold up.
Here comes Hato Paora through Arahanga. Looking for a dribble handoff. Good denial there from Takura Kaupapa. Not allowing any entry.
Yeah.
And Kuruwhiwhi Toto attempt is short. Here's Pakorangi going 1-on-4. Somehow comes out with the ball and up and in with the Kuru Whakeu.
Relentless pressure there from Pakorangi. You know, missed his shot, get his own rebound. Lovely pass.
Massive confidence boost there for Hato Paora. A little bit sloppy there from Takura Kaupapa getting back in transition.
He's got an up and down game here. Not a lot of missed shots or turnovers. Both teams are kind of getting into a flow of their offense.
Interesting as well how Hato Paora really stacking that other side with the zone. But again, somehow draws the Hara Pakarangi and will go to the line.
Yeah, I've been really impressed. Obviously, I've seen the 43 and the 33 in pool play, but he looks like a menace on the offensive boards and around the rim. So, you know, managing to get to the free throw line. So if Hato Paora want to stay in touch with Takura Kaupapa Māori or Ruamata, they need to do something about Pakorangi there.
No good there with the Kuru Tautuku, and away comes Va for Hato Paora. Kicks to the corner and stepped out of bounds. We'll go back to Takura Kaupapa ball. I believe Tomai was saying the other night they've only got a school roster, I believe, of 95. Yep. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Actually, I had quite a lot to do with Hato Paora when I was a high school kid. A lot of my friends went there when I was younger, so yeah, love seeing them on this stage, on the national stage, not just for Kapaka and Manu Kōrero. So it's good to see them here once again at secondary schools.
What I find amazing about a lot of these single A schools is that, you know, basketball isn't even their main thing. No. It's all about the kapahaka.
Yep.
This is just the secondary option, yep. Whereas, you know, the double A's, obviously bigger schools, you've got a few more specialists where basketball was the main thing outside of their studies.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's great to see, like, the creation of the single A has really, I think, broadened the talent-wise, right? We get to see a lot more talent that you may not see on this kind of stage. Like before, we had Ngātai Atea Wharekura girls. I did their game on court 5, and we see Hato Paora, Takura Kaupapa Māori or Ruamata. You know, it's great to see you know, the kudas really get a stand out and be able to be on the live stream and show their talents, not just on kapaka or manikoro. So it's great to see.
It's awesome as well to see a lot more Māori nationals popping up around the board. I see as well there's Māori cricket now, which is awesome.
Māori rugby, I believe, is in Dunedin this weekend, I believe. I only know that because my stepdaughter plays Māori rugby. So
I was going to say, I was like the R word.
Yeah. Shout out to shout out to my stepdaughter back home, Riley, and mum, Jade. So as we see a foul call there, the hosting is looking for a travel. Oh, he might have a case there.
I think as he got bumped though,
that's
what caused the feet to move. But again, I've noticed, Josh, I don't know how much of you've been down here, but the referees have done a fantastic job in terms of their people management.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more willing to have conversations with people, explain. As the kuru tautuku is good, and it's just good for the game, isn't it? To help with that personability between players and the people in grey.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I think we're one of the only sports where we can interact with the referee like we can. As we see there, finally.
The kuruwhiwhi toru from Mihaere.
Hato Paora really needed that, stop the bleeding there. But yeah, no, like we're talking about the refs, it's always important to have that communication, and because they are people too, right? And they're not just people in grey that we can scream and yell at. We need to be able to communicate.
And I think it shows as well their understanding of the game. If you're not as confident in your call, you're probably less likely to be willing to have that conversation. Whereas now, the understanding of the game, they're willing to explain things a lot better, and it just makes for a much better experience. And we saw that in Sal's NBL as well as Tauihi League. I was talking to Ken Coulson, always willing to clip things up, have conversations with coaches, explain what they're looking for. And it makes it easier for you as a coach as well in trainings, right?
Oh,
to be able to put emphasis.
Yeah, I may have sent an email to Ken this year. Just to ask a few questions. Oh, he tried to go off the
trick
back
play
there.
Almost worked, and somehow has ended up in the hands of Hato Paora still. I feel like it's been all Te Kura kaupapa so far this game, but if they can score here, it's a 6-point game. Nice little handoff to the hoop.
I like the little dribble handoff into the on-ball from that Hato Paora run. Kind of, they gain an advantage out of it, but I think Te Kura's done just a good job at sealing those gaps and recovering when they are beat.
I wouldn't be shocked if Tomai, he was meant to be a New Zealand age group manager, had a camp with Aaron Young and Matt Lacey, probably took a few things out of their toolkits. Pretty
Actually,
deep toolkits as well.
I remember him being at that camp. Pretty sure that was last
at St. Kitts?
Yeah. A couple of years ago?
I think it was just before COVID.
Yeah. I may have been at that camp just as an observer when I was the under-18s New Zealand coach for 3x3.
I mean, it's a cool thing, right? It just shows it doesn't matter how big the school is you are. If you've got the talent on and off the court, there's opportunities.
Holtz gets to the rim quite easily, finished with the right hand. Yeah, I believe Aaron Fern was the coach then.
Remember that, yeah. Then before he went to Charlotte.
Before he went to Charlotte. Oh, great finish.
Out of bound. New basket.
A little bit of chirping here going on by with Palmer and Hosking.
The issue as well, you can't chirp as much in Te Reo anymore because everyone's starting to figure out what you're saying.
I must admit, that happened to me one year when I first came with Ellesmere College as a coach. Played Te Kura Kōkiri, and all the instructions were in Te Reo, and athletic.
Up gets Pakarangi again there for Te Kura kaupapa. As you're saying, Josh?
And I kind of was instructing my girls on what they were trying to do, and the coach gave me a funny look, and I just let it go. Good tough find there from Hossi.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru is long off the tapa, and the tūrapa into the hands of Tristan Waka. And that's what you can't have if you're Hato Paora. Easy baskets, kicking it ahead.
Yeah, I think It's interesting that Tormai didn't take a timeout there. I think he's trying to wait out for the quarter time.
He's used one.
Yeah.
Again, away come Te Kura Kaupapa.
Great hustle. Recover the ball there.
Kick to the corner. Good transition defense there. And the little floater is in and out for Arahanga. And again, not getting back in transition, but the big block from Hakarai Hosking.
Great recovery. Showing his athleticism. And now pulling up for the Kuru Whiwhi Toru. And doesn't get the roll.
It's almost like there's a little hold over that basket, isn't there, Josh?
Yeah. Hato Paora just struggling to put the ball in the hoop. I think they've got decent looks, just hasn't managed to finish.
2-on-2 opportunity into the final stages of this game.
Oh, great
Arahanga
move.
somehow didn't travel and puts a much needed basket in there.
That's a
for
great
Hato
move.
Paora.
May have got away with something.
Puts it up as blocked, and so that's going to be quarter time. Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata 23, Hato Paora 11. Josh Thompson, what are your thoughts have been on the first 10 minutes of action?
Yeah, I think Ruamata have been the more dominant. They've dominated the boards, which is big, right, in games like these, finals games. You want to dominate the rebounds so you control the positions. Hato Paora, yeah, they've had good looks. They just haven't made the shots, right? It's tough when you don't make shots. At the end of the day, with basketball, you got to make shots.
Shooters shoot. It's a shooter's lead, right? So looking at ways to get back into the game for Hato Paora from what you've seen, what are some things they can do to get back into this one?
They really need to stop Te Kura from getting in the paint. Too many easy layups, and then Pakarangi is just eating them up on the boards, right? Offensive rebounds. And I think that is what they need to do defensively. Stop the penetration and get defensive rebounds. And then down on the offensive end, kind of just need to make a shot. They've had 3 or 4 good open threes, just haven't gone in the hoop. I think their offense needs to run through Hakarai Hoskins because he looks like the one that can generate offense for himself and others. So yeah, it'll be interesting. They really need to come out strong in the start of the second quarter so they don't let the game get away from them.
What about on the other side for Te Kura Kaupapa? What are some things that they need to continue to do? Because Pakarangi has been huge, but is there anything that you would change about the game plan that they've put in place thus far?
I think defensively they need to get out a little more on the shooters. Hato Paora have 3-4 open looks. They just haven't gone in. And then, on the offensive end, just keep attacking the boards, keep attacking the rim, and be disruptive on defense because they've got a few leak outs and layups by being aggressive defensively. So more of the same, really.
Just about ready for quarter number 2. Te Kura Kaupapa are going to get us underway in the white. Up against Hato Paora in the blue. And straight into the hands of the danger man, Pakarangi, for Te Kura Kaupapa. And again, still a zone look here for Hato Paora. And no good there on the entry pass. Down low. Hato Paora ball. Perfect start for them there, Josh.
Yeah, great defensive stop there from Hato Paora. They just need to get a good set. Here we come with their DHO into fake the handoff into a mid-range.
Lucky there to get the offensive tūrapa, and Hakura Hosking, if you get that deep in the lane, might just have to go out with that one.
I think Tormai's just telling him, hey mate, lay the ball up. You jump that high, you're closer to the rim.
That's a coach who's never short of a word, is he?
No, definitely not. Yeah, he does a great job. He's done a great job with this program, kind of like Hato Paora weren't known for basketball in general here. They played basketball, but the creation of the single A has given them the opportunities, right?
Absolutely. Neither of these schools have ever won the single A boys championship, which which began in 2007.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah, it's been an interesting time. Not a lot of South Island teams here, dominated by Taranaki.
Yeah, no school as well has ever gone
Three-peat?
three-peat. Yeah. There's been on the girls' side, Opanaki's done it back-to-back. On the boys' side, Opanaki had back-to-back defending champs. Stratford before them went back-to-back. Taumaranui in the first 2 years went back-to-back, but no one can get over the line. Great kick out for the Kuru Fifi, Toru, and they look good, Josh, but just long.
Yeah, see what I mean? They've generated good looks. They just haven't made them. And then, like...
Can't give that up.
No, Ruamata has just come down and got layups off their misses, you know. Can be a little bit discouraging when you miss a shot, but there's no excuses. You still got to play defense, right?
Into that handoff set. I like that with the runner off the high post to the hoop.
Great move. Good challenge there.
That's great offense, though.
Yeah, Raroa just putting Arahanga off there with his left hand, but yeah, like I said, they've generated good looks. That's a good look, right?
Pakorangi to the corner for the Kuruwhiwhi. Toru is long. Tūrapa caught there by Corbett.
Great defense. Pakorangi there again.
He wouldn't be far off 20 points, I would think already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he'd definitely be in double figures. He'd be close to a double-double already.
No live stats available for this one. But starting tomorrow, we will have semi-final action at 9 AM. I'm pretty sure. No, I believe they're 10:45.
10:45, yeah.
We'll have live stats for that. And then the big grand finals first with the girls at 5:45.
Yep.
Then the boys at 7:30.
Good contest.
Josh, you with me tomorrow night for that one?
I believe I'm doing the A boys final or the single A girls final, one of them.
I've got you with the A boys grand final. I've got Crystal Ledger Walker with me for the girls. Yeah,
I was just in the booth with Crystal on court 5. You know, good to see Crystal here. And I see Zoe Richards also walking around promoting the Girls Got Game promotion, so that's kind of cool.
Those hoodies are awesome.
Yeah, I kind of took one from 17, so I'm trying to get another one somehow.
Maybe not something to say on air when Geordie Walker's listening in. I see Catherine Jallis's head just picked straight up. What are you talking about?
Catherine's got my back, so it's all good.
Yeah. Catherine has had a lot to say this tournament thus far.
Yes, I've heard. She's got no voice. Day 3, got no voice. Come on, Catherine.
But always willing to have a kōrero with people. She's wanting to go above and beyond to keep it positive. She doesn't need to text me what she wants to say. She can just say it with her vocal cords. His head is long off the tapa and the tūrapa into the hands of Jeremiah Raroa.
Yeah, it's Ruamata just running the ball down the throats, getting easy looks.
Hato Paora might need to put a bit more pressure on the full court, wouldn't they, Josh?
Yeah, for sure. As we see a little steal there from Va'a to get to the rim. Nice wee finish with the left hand.
Much needed basket there for Hato Paora. Trying to get back into this boys' quarter final, 28-13. Te Kura Kaupapa up here on the show court at Fly Palmy Arena. If you're in the area, come on down. We've got 9 courts going at the moment and some big boys AA final pool games as well behind us. Rosmini College, you can see entering the building. Have to win tonight, as well as hope that Fielding take down Wellington College just to make the preliminary finals. Who would have picked that, Josh, before the tournament? Yeah,
like I believe 4 teams are on 2-2 in that pool. So,
correct.
Man, like anything could happen.
Sorry. No, you're good.
It's funny. Looking at the boys' draw, I know we're talking about AA, but this is the first year I've really looked at it and go, I don't know who's going to win.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd heard Rotorua meant to be the favourites, and they lost to Pukekohe.
Yeah.
Rosmini usually so strong, they've dropped 2 games.
Yeah, Waimea looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think there potentially is the big Kuruwhiwhi Toru there from Pakara Hosking.
Yeah, I really, he needs to get going. Yeah,
back over and back, that's going to be a big little momentum shifter.
A little momentum swing here, down 14. Yeah, It's an open, like a toss of a coin, right? Even the girls.
Yeah, the girls, I mean, I thought Stack were overwhelming favourites, and then they were pushed by Mount Maunganui College. Tauranga girls look extremely strong.
Hamilton girls.
Hamilton girls as well. That's great to see. Surprise package thus far for me has been Takapuna Grammar coming out of their pool. Second, Bailey Flavel, outstanding young player.
Yeah, averaging close to 40, right, I believe.
As we see, it looks more like a 2-1-2 at the moment.
Yeah, a couple of boys standing next to each other. That's interesting. Yeah, they need to show up those rebounds there. Hato Paora, Ruamata just dominating them on the boards.
It's one of the tough things, isn't it, as Pakurangi, you've got to get a hand up on that man. If you're going to leave him that wide open, it's too easy.
Yeah, that man must have 20 points right now.
At least.
Yeah, great defense there.
And the kick out was red, and it ends up Takuta Kaupapa's ball. 4.5 to play here in quarter number 2. Boys, quarter final. And in the single A for a second, I mean, Aquinas College for me, and the boys have been
impressive,
overwhelming favourites.
I know their girls have steamrolled into the final. They're winning their semi-final just before, and they'll play Opanaki.
Yeah, but Takuta Kaupapa took down Aquinas 96-84.
Yeah,
where Pakurangi had 43 in that one.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be shocked if that game is seen again, but Hato Paora seeing what they can do to force their way into the semi-finals once again.
Yeah, they went away from what was working, their little handoff into either the on-ball or the flash high post with a backdoor cut. Then they've kind of just gone one-on-one the last few possessions. I think they just need to go back to what was working. Yeah, like they weren't making shots, but they were generating good shots.
Don't forget as well, if you want to have a look at some of the photos and videos that are taking place at this event, make sure you check out Roshi Sports Portfolio on Instagram. Roshi, one of the legends of the game, always around at all the BBNZ events and taking the best photos and snaps of the action as it unfolds.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, if you follow Roshi on Instagram, she became Sports Center famous.
Did she?
And ESPN famous.
What for?
For that little escapade of those two teams in Zone 3 playing boys on the shoulders. And did you not see that?
I actually haven't seen it yet.
Oh. It went.
I heard
it
about
blew
it.
Up. It got Baller's Life, and over time it got on all of that.
Ball is life. I haven't watched the Ballers Live. I think John Wall has like high school mixtape.
Yeah,
that was peak Ballers Life for me. Little bit of man-to-man full court pressure here from Takuta Kaupapa. More to slow Hato Paora down rather than try and force turnover. Great kick to the corner. Kurufifi Toru is good.
Mihaide there in the corner. And that's what I mean, like running the offense, generated good shots there and got a good look. So they just need to carry on as they almost get a steal here.
Not to be, and a fresh 24 is given. Feel like that's going to go back and be dropped down to 10 seconds. So 10 seconds to get the ball over into a good little action and try and get a good shot here for Takuta Kaupapa. Pakurangi steps through and is given a 3-second call. Looked like that was going against number 12, Jeremiah Raro, but Josh, a little bit tough because he wasn't involved in the play, and people at home don't always know. The 3 seconds, you can actually be in there as long as you like. Once you take part
in the play,
that's when it's called.
Oh, needed that one. He just hit, Mikade just hit one there.
A little bit of extended pressure here from Hato Paora. This is better on the defensive end. Nearly get the steal, but that's going to come off Aharangi.
They've just brought a little bit of energy to their play, being disruptive, and that's the key, right?
Shows it was a good timeout.
As we see a 3 Kuruwhiwhi toru here by number 8, Holston. Couldn't quite make that one. And Hato Paora bring it down. And that man is not shy to shoot the ball. Or Taki Mehaere. As we see a missed layup there, but a little bit of scramble for the ball. And number 10, Palmer comes up with it. And there's that man again. Finally, Hato Paora come up with a defensive rebound. Kind of got away with it there in terms of not scoring. So we'll see what Hato Paora get there. And Mehaere again with a wing 3. Just a little bit too tough there.
Baglai Pakarangi working it into Benji Holst. And nice to see a little bit of post action. Josh was having a interesting conversation with Miles Pearce as timeout here from Hato Paora about the use of the post. I was saying, you know, it's a bit more of a playmaking spot now on the court. He said, no, the post is always a scoring spot.
Interesting, you know, like when you think of post players in any of the teams, like the one that comes to mind is Lauren Whitaker for St Andrews. 6'4", she's got good footwork, post moves, and like she makes out of the post, you know, because she can pass and stuff like that.
Shoot, she had a couple of Kuruwhiwhi torus when we were watching.
Yeah, draws a lot of hutters, you know, and then goes to the Kurutautuku quite a lot for that school. So you'll see her hopefully later on, quarterfinals, sorry, if she hasn't been on the stream.
As we say hello to Catherine Jealous, keeping it positive for us.
She always keeps the
commentary booth.
Positive vibes.
Had so much to say when she was in here, so I had to turn my mic off. Right, both teams back onto the floor. You saw the timeout there for Hato Paora. Josh, what would Tomai be trying to change, do you think, for Hato Paora?
Oh, like the offensive rebound is the key. You know, Ruamata is just dominating them on the boards. It doesn't matter who's getting the rebound. These guys just need to put a body on someone. And offensively, just keep generating the shots that they are.
And that's going to go a long way. That is good there for Maiterangi Arahanga.
Yeah, it's a great redrive there. Absorbs the pressure.
As we have another look there and just went straight at Pakorangi. Made him make the decision. He's going to wall up. He's going to get out the way. Pakorangi made a business decision, got out the way. And so the chance here for the Kuru Tautuku, which he converts.
Nice. Yeah, those are key things. You got to make free throws early and often. There's amount of times that you get there. I like the unselfishness of Ruamata. They like that little wing pass, and they're always hitting the cutter.
Trying to hit the cutter to draw the hara, but the turnover there just lost the ball as he went up. And again, a little bit of extended pressure. Is this going to be trapping pressure, or is it slowing pressure? Let's have a look. Just trapped a little bit early, Josh. They would have wanted the ball handler to get over half court.
Yeah, kind of Ruamata ended up with a advantage there, which they have to draw the hara there.
And again, Pakorangi, just a one-man band here for Te Kura Kaupapa. Back to the line. And a big thank you as well to our sponsors. You can see Bailey's there on the screen. We've also got Caltex, New Zealand Carbon Farming. Molten, Josh, there's going to be a new Molten basketball probably coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, I think they change their ball every 5 years, right?
Every 4, I think.
4 or 5 years.
This one was till 2023.
Yeah. What else? Who else do they have down there? Girls Got Game Initiative is one of the billboards down there.
Yeah, great to have some ambassadors on board. Zoe Richards.
Yeah. Glory League.
Crystal Legend. Oh, how good's Glory League, man?
Yeah, so
I love that stuff. Tried to throw the alley-oop, left that a little bit short. And away, Kama. Te Kura Kaupapa. Great ball movement there. I thought that was wide open for a shot.
Yeah,
but
I did too. Yeah.
sometimes the up fake works there to the hoop with the left hand.
funny, the three-pointer is the better look than the contested layup through the traffic.
Under a minute to play here. Hato Paora, if they can get 2 quick scores, it's going to give them some momentum, but just a bit long there from Arahanga off the Papamuri. And away come Te Kura Kaupapa, probably their last possession of quarter number 2 in the quarterfinal here for single A. Boys up and in off the Papamuri.
Yeah, Jeremiah Daroa has done a good job here so far in the first half, getting into the paint, finishing those tough contested layups.
Here come Hato Paora, the one signal going off the referee saying we reckon this is going to be the last shot of the half. Tip there to Mahairi. Arahanga, the decision maker for Hato Paora, steps back into a Kuruwhiwhi Toru, and it might be after 5:30, but the bank is still open, and that is a big positive boost for Hato Paora. And so at halftime, Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata 39, Hato Paora 25. As we have another look there at that step back, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back with the second half.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on. Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
We're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
From us, it's a huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. The opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
We're buying new volleyball gear, so volleyball nets, balls and the stands to attach the volleyball nets to the floor. Volleyball is a very popular sport. Kids find it to be fun.
We'd just like to thank you from Tauranga High School. See.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena. Single A boys quarterfinal action. Hato Paora College taking on Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata. Te Kura Kaupapa up 39-25 at halftime. Andrew Horrocks having some real hooper chat with Coach Josh Thompson. How are you finding this game?
Intriguing. It's a bit like the game I did earlier. I think it's been dominated by Ruamata. Like, the score actually doesn't say that it's been dominated by Ruamata because it's only a 14-point game, but I think Hato Paora are still in the game. You know, if they get a string a few stops together, start making the open looks that they've generated, we could be in for a tough finish.
And a little score from around the ground from roving reporter Maya Williamson. Christ College versus Rotorua boys.
Ooh, yep.
Christ College up 69-62, 3 minutes 24 left in the third quarter.
I believe that's for top of the table, right?
Yeah, but I think if Rotorua lose that one,
they're in a three-way tie.
It might open the door for
Pukekohe.
Yeah, Pukekohe to make their way sneakily into the playoffs. But hey, anything can happen. Maya's going to keep us updated. No other scores of note around the courts.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, right? This next round, the 7:30 round, is all on.
I wouldn't mind just leaving that little camera that's sitting on court 5 on, trying to get some scores. Maybe production crew, can we get a little window in our screen showing the other court? Been told that's not possible.
Who was on that court?
But Kevin Garnett told me once anything is possible.
Yeah, he did. After the Boston Celtics won.
Shout out to Geordie with the lasagna that is named after me. But Hato Paora going to get us underway in the steal there from Te Kura Kaupapa out to the races.
Ooh, athlete.
And it just feels like there's an energy shift from Te Kura Kaupapa.
Yeah, and you see Palmer there with the finish. Ruamata bringing in their little trap now. Their one's a lot more aggressive by the looks of things than the Hato Paora one. They're kind of trapping early.
Yeah, scores that are going on that other court is going to be Auckland Grammar versus Rosmini. But we've got St. Pat's versus Mount Albert. There's St. John's, St. Thomas's, Fraser versus Nelson, Wellington College Fielding High, Waimea versus Dewworth, St. Kitts, St. Bernard's, Palmy North Otago boys, the Mount versus Hamilton boys. Josh, if you are in Palmerston North and you're not down here at Fly Palmy Arena, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I flew in this morning, and I was straight to the stadium because I was intrigued to see what was happening. Obviously, I've seen the live streams at home, had both games going at once, so just been keeping tabs. But if you are in Palmy, you got to get down here. Yeah,
I saw in the Basketball New Zealand office, they've found a way to have both games on the same screen so they can watch them both at the same time.
Nice.
I don't know if they had both commentaries though. It's a big one there for Waikaharoa Pakarangi. He's the key man as we have another look here on the action replay. And we're always open to more sponsorships, aren't we, Josh? If you want to sponsor the action replay for 2024, get in contact with JAY at basketball.nz.
Yep.
He's happy to talk you through all sponsorship options.
That man is killing Hato Paora right now. I shouldn't really say that, but he's been the dominant force. See how the pressure, their pressure's a little bit more in your face.
Well, it's been a nice little change, isn't it? We didn't really see it in the first half, so it's a nice adjustment, especially when you've got a 19-point lead to be able to bring back in. Hato Paora, 3 on the shot clock, need to put it up.
Great defense.
And that's going to be a shot clock violation here for Hato Paora.
Just getting Hato Paora out of their rhythm, trying to go through the one-on-one. I think with the pressure, you just need to attack the pressure. Yeah. But if they manage to get into their sets, move the ball, rotate it, they'll do a better job at generating their offense.
I'm intrigued by that term you just used, Josh, attacking the pressure. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you mean by that?
I always got taught that if someone is in your face, putting pressure on you, just to, blow by or try and attack them because they're being aggressive. So attack aggression with aggression. It's kind of like what I'm trying to say there.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I'm with you now.
But as we see a turnover there from Va'a.
Like I was talking to Mel day one, and she was talking about snaking the on-ball, and I was like, what on earth do you mean by that? And then she explained it. I was like, see, I've learned that as splitting the on-ball.
Yeah.
Different terms,
Different
same
terms,
thing.
yeah. It's funny that, actually, I heard that conversation. I did say that I did hear you say that if every kid learns how to snake, it's because of Mel Bennett said on the stream.
Absolutely, and happy 21st to Mel Bennett, to her birthday today.
Yep.
She kept that quiet when we were commentating together.
The Fly head coach and also the under-16 national team coach.
Big shout out to Geordie Walker as well with the lollies.
A little bit short there from Holston on the 3. Kurawhiwhi Toru.
Man-to-man look here from Takuta Kaupapa. And Josh, if you're coming off that handoff, they're not really looking to score off it, are they? It's more a handoff to rotate rather than a handoff to score.
I think because of who it is, Hakarai Hoskins, he should look to attack that because it's quite passive, the defense on the handoff too. So he could probably turn and create a 3 or look to attack. So interesting.
But then it all comes down as well to the skill set of the kids, right?
Yeah.
And that's such a different thing when talking about the level of athlete. When you peel back from that professional layer, at the end of the day, these kids are students first. Kapa haka leaders second.
Yes,
basketball players sometimes third. Don't always have the time to be able to work on the full skill set.
Oh yeah, I know. When it comes to kapaka kura kaupapas, that's, you know, they're really immersed in it. Talking to the Ngātai Aotea coach last year, he said once kapaka's on, I couldn't practice.
It's quite a beautiful thing, isn't it? We've heard a few waiatas from the teams. And another kick ahead pass and an easy layup there for Tamahau Palmer.
Yeah.
20-point lead here for Te Kura Kaupapa.
Kind of just blowing out, right? The pressure.
Pressure does funny things to people, Josh, especially at tournaments like this.
Strong finish there, just overpowers Aranga there, which forces Tōmarangi to take a timeout.
Talk about it here, Josh. What do you think Tōmai is going to be talking about?
You know, look after the ball, run our offense, because they have actually generated good looks. We saw there the cross-court pass to Hakarai Hoskins for the corner 3, missed that. We had the good, you know, flash high post with Robson getting to the free throw line. So they have generated a few good things out of their offense. They're just not handling the pressure all that well. Just turning the ball over, which is leading to Te Kura Kaupapa Māori or Ruamata, you know, the run-outs, you know, and yeah, that's what they need to do, shore up their turnovers and see how we go from there. Like, it's not out of reach, 22 points. I don't know, we watched the World Cup, you know, teams built big leads and you just grind it out. So
how good was the FIBA World Cup this year? I think that is probably the favorite. I mean, 2002 as a 9-year-old watching that was the bee's knees, but that's probably one of the best basketball tournaments I think I've ever watched.
Yeah, it was funny. I was watching a podcast with JJ Redick. He was the guy, and he talks about when these guys put on their national team jerseys, they turn into Michael Jordan. And Dennis Schroeder was that person, right?
Well, it's just those different rules.
Yeah.
And we see as well the NBA starting to adopt a lot more FIBA rules. They brought in the 14-second shot clock as a big Kurawhiwhi Toru for Hato Paora.
Otaki Mihare, he's not shy of shooting a 3, that boy.
But I feel like the NBA refs kind of play up to the players, right? Whereas FIBA referees, they don't care who you are.
No, they don't care if you're getting paid $20 million or $20 to play basketball. Oh, he's open in the corner. He's waving for it. Look at him.
Open for a reason sometimes, Josh. Hakarai Hosking to the big fella. Arahanga to the lane. Can't convert. And away comes Pakarangi again. You've got to get in front of him, Josh.
Yeah.
Can't let him run out like that.
He is doing work today is Waikato Haroa, sorry.
Here is Arahanga tournament team player in 2022. Again, these passive handoffs into the on-ball screen. Thought about the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Eventually pulls the trigger as the shot clock expires, and away come Te Kura Kaupapa.
Yeah, they're just... Oh, nice move there from...
the Euro.
Yeah, he's smooth with it. A little behind the back, Euro step, finish at the rim.
It's amazing how much better kids' footwork is now, and they're so much more inventive in the different things that they can do.
Yeah, it's a nice smart move there from Hakaroa Hoskins. Getting a bit of cheek there from Palmer. As we see a substitution, number 10. Tamaho Palmer checking out. Number 7, Morgan coming into the game.
Yeah, Morgan might be one of his first introductions. Big Kuruwhiwhi Toru on the way, short off the tapa and the tūrapa into the hands of Morgan, the man fresh on the court for Te Kura Kaupapa. Spin into traffic and got the arm.
Yeah. Just very got his hand caught in the cookie jar there. Did Va'a. Yeah, really unnecessary those ones, right? Because he's kind of got nowhere to go, and you're just kind of, I'm just going to reach for it. It's a little bit lazy, those ones.
I was talking to Dylan Belcher the other day, joined me in the commentary booth, and he was discussing like his biggest issue when he was growing up was that he kept leaving his hand in the cookie jar.
Yep.
Eventually Tab Baldwin managed to get him to sort it out and took off and become one of New Zealand's most successful players.
Yep. Without scoring the basketball. That's a great find there from Hoskins. Had 3 on him. He flicked past there to Wainohu. Yes, Hoskins misses the 3 there.
Away come Te Kura Kaupapa. Up 23. They'd love for that to be able to push that out to 30, because that's a massive mental victory, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah. As
you move through a game, particularly with 3.5 to play in quarter number 3.
Yeah.
Sloppy there on the rebound.
Pakurangi just looking for a foul there. You know, I think he did a great job getting an offensive rebound. Just, you know, got to finish those easy ones there, especially in a game like this, playoff game, chance to be in the national semi-final. Which, you know, those are tough. All playoff games are tough, whether you're in a semi or a final.
Update on the Christ College game, now up 14 versus Rotorua boys. Christ College winners last year, the boys AA.
Yep.
Lost some massive pieces, Josh. Wasn't sure that they were going to have the metal to repeat, but I tell you what, the way that this AA boys is unfolding, wouldn't say no.
Yeah, picked up a good addition this year in Tama Isaac from Australia, so brother of Kai Isaac. As we see here, Pakurangi...
She hasn't understood what I said.
Getting the... Oh. Getting the N1. Sorry, I just got put off there, guys.
Massive shout out as well to producer Rich and cameraman Jess, who are with us today, giving us the pictures that you're seeing on your screens, and a bit of a thankless task sometimes producing. Don't always get the glitz and the glamour, but they're giving you at home the rewards.
Yeah. You know what, I must say, camera work must be like one of the hardest things to do, because you got to follow the basketball. All we got to do is watch the game.
I mean, we've tried doing it, haven't we, when we were running scouts?
Yeah.
Trying to film things, and that's hard enough, let alone making it professional enough for the consumer. Thanks to Whakata Māori as well for bringing us these pictures.
You got to be switched on for 40 minutes, or hour and a half, really.
I struggle to switch on for 5 minutes.
As we see a bit more aggressive there on the handoff, right? Created that, because Ruamata haven't really defended that handoff like we've talked about, and one time you generate that and you get an open 3 from Hakarai Hoskins.
Tomai getting a little bit more vocal there. Oh, great
pass.
and easy bucket there for Morgan off the Pakarangi assist.
As we see, just losing the handle there from Paora, turning the ball over. As we see Ruamata rotate the ball from side to side, a little bit of four corners. Managed to get in the paint, but no. And here we have
one-on-one situation.
Arahanga.
Easy layup there for Arahanga.
I think I saw him last year. He was in this team, and he's an athlete. Manage to get to the rim with the left hand, and lefties are always tough to guard.
And you'd think as well, if he wanted to, could very easily be playing representative basketball for Manawatu.
Yep, for sure. I think he was. No, he wasn't.
Hamoerava is the only one who played under 15s, for Manawatu.
I believe that was in Auckland.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yep. Greg Elliott and Maya Williamson were the voices of that tournament.
Yes, they were. That's right. Oh, great defense there from Arahanga.
And a foul eventually called. Haruta Corbett not willing to give up on the play and is rewarded with the foul. That's going to be the fifth
team foul. Shooting 2 here, I believe. Yep, shooting 2. It's funny. We see people complain about those little touch fouls after a rebound, offensive rebound, but they should never happen if you get the rebound, right?
If you box out properly, fundamentals.
Yeah.
Do what your coach is telling you to do. There's some coaches with some booming voices, because mine's starting to go, and we've been pretty neutral. Some coaches are much more animated than I am, and they're still going strong.
Funny, I caught up with Kadere Atua Williams, formerly of St Andrews College, and she was losing her voice, and I said, it's day 3. You still got 3 days left.
Here is Hato Paora. Little handoffs again. Still man-to-man action from Takuta Kaupapa. And big block there from Palmer. And it's going to stay Hato Paora ball.
Yeah, as we see here, Arahanga managed to squeeze through the little gap there, but Palmer does a great job recovering and getting the block. See the outlet.
Big pass there into the corner. Kurufifi Toru attempt is good. He's going to claim that as a pass, but can't get it to drop. And on the tūrapa was Takuta Kaupapa, and they're going to push the ball, looking to extend this 23-point lead with the Kurufifi Toru.
Nice.
And easy as that, now lead out to 26-60, 34. 30 seconds to play here. Quarter number 3, single A boys quarterfinal.
I think that's been the biggest difference. Hato Paora have generated good shots. They just haven't made shots. And then this has led to runouts for Ruamata, right? That and the turnovers. As we see Arahanga.
Great kick out. Arahanga with the right hand. And it's a big ass 24 points to bring back in the last quarter, but momentum builder like that is not going to count. And so 3-quarter time here. Takuta Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata 60, Hato Paora 36. Josh Thompson, is there a way back here for Hato Paora?
Well, like you said, Kevin Garnett taught you anything is possible, and anything is possible. You know, Hato Paora just need to shore up their turnovers. They're early in the third, the pressure of Ruamata just kind of got to them a wee bit there. They did have a good patch where they strung some scores together, but it just wasn't enough, and Ruamata had a big run on them to finish that quarter. But there is a way. Like I said, I sound like a broken record. Rebounds, offensive rebounds, and looking after the ball. But at the end of the day, you can't win games when you only score 36 points in 3 quarters.
You sound like a man who's coached a full Tauihi League season, gone on a few overseas trips, and has a couple more to look forward to.
Yeah. It's been a long year, one of the biggest years, I think. Tauihi, obviously I was involved in the league last year, and being the head coach this year was a big step up. So it was great experience. Actually, me and Crystal talked about it. Like, what was the biggest thing? You know, we had all these great imports in the league, joined the league, but what I was most impressed was with the step up of some of our Kiwi girls, the likes of Tara Reid.
Tara was huge. That's the best I've seen her play in New Zealand.
Yep. Crystal was good, as always. Even for us, you know, we had the likes of Ezra. Sean played well for us. Stella Beck is, you know, is solid as always. I thought Grace Hunter was good for Wellington. Josie Trosdale. There's just a whole bunch of good Kiwi players. Yeah. And then there's the Kiwi players that we didn't know about. McKenna Dale, Jade Kitasumi, those types of ones that, you know, been in Aussie and playing as non-imports. It was great to see. And then the development, obviously, of the high school kids like Pally, Hokianga, and Nika Highland, especially for those, the Tauranga area, the Whai area, and then with us with Lauren Whitaker, you know, Kavana Lenny getting game time for us in those big games. So it was awesome. Great league.
From memory, Mainland Porkai, winners of the inaugural Rapid League?
Yep. Yeah, we won 10 out of the 12 Rapid League games. But, hey, that was a good inception. I like the way that, you know, some of your 8, 9, 10, 11 got to play good minutes beforehand, so there's always a bonus. But, yeah, Mainland Porkai.
Different teams utilise the Rapid League in different ways. If you were in charge, we always see a turnover there for Te Kura Kaupapa. But if you're in charge, Josh, of the rules, they said, Josh Thompson, we want you to come up with a way to make the Rapid League better for 2024. What are some things that you might adapt or change about the rules that they had in place?
Oh, maybe bringing in, say, 14 players if you're at home, just to say that your top 7 don't have to play in the Rapid League. There's all these ideas. I guess I'll kind of won't comment too much on it. I'll leave that up to the GMs and the league to sort that one out as we see.
Well, the way that you answered that, if the basketball stuff doesn't work out, I'm sure you've got a career as a politician. Very diplomatic.
Great move there from Arahanga. I've been really impressed with his him getting to the hoop, you know, drawing fouls and, you know, being able to get to his left hand, you know, being able to create and get himself to the hoop.
I'm more than happy to go on the record because my career's not on the line here. I would ban imports from Rapid League. And then I would also say, if you play Rapid League, you can't play more than 24 minutes in Tauihi League. So you're capping players' minutes at 40 across the board.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think as well, if you start 3 or more Tauihi League games, or say you play 3 or more games with more than 30 minutes, you are then ineligible for the rest of the Rapid League season. But again, it comes back to that point you made of having to travel, as we see a lovely kuru whakau. And I think that's the toughest piece, right, is getting enough people and enough sponsorship to bring more players on board to really utilise the Rapid League as it's meant to be played.
Funding and stuff like that. And I think the biggest thing is getting players there to the places. So Air New Zealand, Jetstar, if you're listening, it'd be great if you could sponsor the Tauihi League.
Well, I mean, Air New Zealand's had sponsorship with New Zealand Sport, provincial sport, once upon a time. Oh, lovely cut.
Great find. Yeah.
And easy basket there for Te Kura Kaupapa. Because, I mean, personally, once the Kahu kind of found their way of how they were going to play it, which had I been asked to coach, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, they were tough. Jodie and Leanne did a great job there. And in saying that, it's actually great to see NBL coaches here helping and Tauihi League coaches helping.
Well, not just helping, but also scouting. I mean, you talk about first time I was here, 2019, all the talk of the town was, oh, we've got these college scouts, we've got these college scouts that are here. Whereas at the moment, it's like, we've got these sales NBL coaches here, these Tauihi League coaches as well, looking for that next generation of talent, trying to bridge the gap between high school basketball and the professional ranks.
For sure. Like, as we see, Arahanga, I think, lost his mouth guard there.
Yeah, that little green thing on the... We've got a little green screen, maybe. He goes back and picks it up.
Picks his mouth guard up. Ruamata have done a great job defensively. It's just like in patches, not allowing Hato to get through their offense and putting pressure.
But oh my goodness, Pakorangi. But Josh, it's interesting, you know, you talk about secondary school basketball, you play basically all year until you build up to this, if you're lucky enough to attend secondary school nationals. Once you leave high school, like tertiary basketball outside of Canterbury, I feel, is kind of a one weekend event. You've got 23s, which is a one weekend event. How can we bridge the gap to give school leavers who are probably at the shortest time of cash now that the bank of mum and dad is no longer around as much? How can we bridge the gap to give them more meaningful games over a longer period of time to upskill? Because, I mean, some kids, you look at it, right, when I was at school, and maybe when you're at school as well, the kids who were good at high school kind of looked after. They developed earlier, they were on the scene more, they were in the system, and so we have another look there at the almost dunk there for Pakorangi, but their pathway was kind of defined. But we find now, you know, there's a lot of kids who their bodies don't develop until they're 19, 20, when they're actually ready to go and compete against fully grown men. So how can we find ways to, outside of some Lincoln scholarships, how can we find ways to give these young athletes meaningful opportunities in basketball?
Well, like you just hit it on the head there, like Lincoln, other than Lincoln, we need to band together and just get on top of Auckland University, Otago University, AUT, and just go, hey, you know, there's an opportunity here to build a product where you can make money off it and develop young athletes, and then even get it televised, right? If you televise those games, those are the ones that you want to watch in terms of who's the next big star. You know, who's the guy that's the up-and-comer that, oh, man, we could see him in the league in 2 years being a good player. And you know how you can back it and sell tickets? You get university students to come to the games because they'll support their university. That's a big thing.
Well, it's like that tribalism, right? You see it. Nothing's ever bigger than secondary school tribalism, but tertiary's pretty big. Score update: Christ College even.
Really?
With 30 seconds to go up against Rotorua boys.
Oh, interesting.
I see a brave man in the background wearing an All Blacks jersey. Wouldn't be wearing that the way they're going.
No.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is short, but they're going to claim that as a pass. And a big block there on Otaki Mahairi.
He's actually had good position there the last couple of positions. Mahairi, but it just hasn't finished the layup. As we see down here,
big and one.
Tristan Waka.
Good to see as well, like Takura Kaupapa. Yes, they're up
30.
But they're not resting on their laurels. But I'm interested, how much longer is Pakorangi going to play?
Yeah, I would think not too much longer.
What a teardrop. That went all the way
Waka
up.
Trying to throw up the teardrop. I think Palmer here, he's just sitting in the bench here. We'll check in for Pakorangi. Can we say that they won the game now? 4 minutes to go? 4 or 5?
I mean, if you want to call it, Josh, I'm not calling it, but if you want to call it,
I don't
you
really
be our
want to
guest.
call it. I actually have the last couple of positions. Hato on that handoff has attacked the handoff, right? They've faked the handoff and attacked the rim, got a few layouts. So it'd be interesting if they can do a little bit more of that.
I've been always interested. I haven't seen anyone really run it yet at this tournament. Westside Girls came the closest, but if you've got two players up the top, you have that high post entry and then just run an X cut off it.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of different options out of that. There's Pakorangi again with the easy Kuru Whakau.
Yeah, he looks like he's rearing to go and ready for that semi-final. Not going to call it yet, but you know they're looking pretty comfortable. As Arahanga there with the left hand, managed to get to his favoured left hand. Yeah, I was at Tertiaries last week, or 2 weeks ago actually. The calibre of that has actually lifted, I must say.
It was an intriguing one because it was kind of dying at one point.
Yeah, it was, and you know, you had the likes of, with Auckland, Ruben Fitzgerald playing, who's played in the NBL.
Rue Penny.
Who else did we have? We had Zach McKenzie for AE2, was with Franklin this year, I believe.
Yep.
A few of the Otago boys who were with the Nuggets.
Robbie Coleman,
yeah, he was playing. And then I saw Aidan Ton with Canterbury, with the Rams. So
I'm such an Aidan Tonge fan.
Yeah, he works hard.
Did we have much Tane Lavery?
We had a little bit of Tane Lavery. Tane was there, so you know Tane's really burst on the scene really of late for the 3x3 scene, right? He's always been a good player. So Tane was good. We had Jared Burnett for Lincoln, Simon Lafaelu, who played for the Jets this year. Corbin Mason, who was with the Nelson Giants last year, I believe.
Corbs, of course, coaching in 2019.
Yep. Yeah. To a second place, I believe, with Mercury Bay.
Yep, the Bay. When comments were still allowed on this tournament, and Connor O'Fee stupidly said, let's see how many times we can get up the Bay, and we got over 1,000 comments.
Yeah.
Cheers, Connor.
Lost to Kavanagh, I believe. Kavanagh College. 2019?
No, that would have been...
no, that was Te Aroha.
It was girls, I think. He was coaching... Was he coaching girls or boys?
He was coaching girls.
It must have been the semi-final.
Semi-final. Third. He came third. Yeah.
Yeah, the Te Aroha team was pretty handy with the Shula sisters.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I beat the Shula sisters in 2018 in the semi-finals.
Which school?
Ellesmere College. We lost to Manukura in the final. Shout out, you know, to the Frost family with Joe Frost, who was the coach at the time.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. A legend of Manawatu basketball.
Great to have Tia Tamata back coaching as well with Manukura.
Yeah.
One of the best dressed coaches, I reckon, on the scene.
Coaching both teams. The Wahine and the Tanes.
That is madness.
As we see a shot clock violation.
Why would you do such a thing?
I've done that before. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Do not. Coaches, young coaches, you're at a school, coach one team, not both at tournaments.
It's hard though, isn't it? You get the bug. I remember the first year I coached or assisted on 4 teams.
Yeah.
Burnt out.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be like in the booth with us. No, I've just haven't coached the high school game for 2 years, I don't think now. So.
Oh, almost a perfect wraparound pass and away come Hato Paora to the hoop, and the reverse layup just no good. Offensive tūrapa though in the hands of Arahanga, but out of bounds. It's going to be Takura Kaupapa ball.
Are you going to call it now? Might be safe.
I'm just trying to work out. They need to hit 10 threes. They need 10 possessions. There's 2 minutes 15 to play. I'm willing to call it, Josh.
Yep.
I'm willing to call that Takura Kaupapa is going to go on to the final.
Semi-final?
On to the semi. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, might go on to the final.
Might go into the final. You calling them in the final?
Maybe I'm calling that.
Oh, okay. But they will fight another day. Semi-final tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, tomorrow, 10:45.
10:45. Where you will see...
Won't be on this court.
No, Takura Kaupapa Māori or Ruamata moving into the semis. And Hato Paora will drop into the 5-8 games.
Kurewhiwhi Toru attempt, no good there. Again, away come. Big block from Te Koho Moana Palmer.
Oh, what a pass. I think he tried to throw that off Hakarai Hoskins, and it managed to just fall into his teammate's hand as we see a timeout here by Hato.
And confirmation of boys AA Christ College versus Rotorua boys. It's going to overtime.
Oh. Yeah, actually, I have seen, there's been 3 overtime games that I know of today.
Well, it's moving day. It is moving day.
Fielding and Mount boys.
How good have Fielding been since they've got Louis Gordon back?
No, you mean Lucky. Fielding
Lucky Crate.
Lucky Crate. Louis with St. Thomas's.
Mea culpa. Apologies to everyone who cares about AA watching this game. My bad. Actually, people probably are tuning in because it's the next game was meant to be tipping off at 7:30. That's going to be massively delayed.
Yep.
At least this one's not going to overtime to delay it further. But
yeah,
if you're just tuning in for that game, still got a minute and 29 seconds to go on this one. Then we're going to have a mandatory 10-minute break before we're back on air. So if you haven't had your dinner, go grab some kai, go to the supermarket, reheat it. Get your viewing snacks if you need them ready, because it's going to be a big one. Josh, it's the final pool games for the AA's.
Yep.
Figure out where everyone finishes. Mags haven't lost yet. St. Pat's trying to give them their first L of this tournament.
Yeah, Mount Albert Grammar have looked really good this year. Obviously lost the Auckland competition to Rosmini. And
who might not even make the preliminaries.
As we see a 3-point there from Va'a in the corner. Did Rosmini won Auckland or did Mags win Auckland?
Rosmini won qualifiers. Mags won the season-long tournament.
Season-long tournament.
You know, a few people lost their mind on social media saying that Auckland Prem basketball should now be 16 teams and maybe 32 because there's so much depth, all because of a week-long results. I mean, you look at Westlake boys, who shockingly aren't here.
Yeah.
Finished 5th in the league. Rangitoto as well, not here, 2-time champions in the mid-20-teens. But yeah, there's a big difference, isn't there, Josh, between a tournament and a league?
Season-long league, yeah. Like, when you look at it, St. Thomas's won the Canterbury competition in Christchurch.
No wonder Brad Clive's so happy to be here.
Yeah, and then you look at South Islands, St. Thomas's finishes 4th. And
do you think they need to split that zone up? Like, I know it's split for association nationals, there's 5 zones, but for schools there's 4. Do you think there needs to be a split?
It's tough, right? Because you have the whole South Island as one zone. So you have, you know, the Nelson schools and the Otago schools. Like, do we split it into 2? Maybe. Do we go back to 3 zones and 2 teams only make it? Maybe, but I think they can't change it now. Oh, they can change it, but it'll be interesting to see if they will change it. But how?
That's a conversation for another day. Final score here, Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata 90, Hato Paora 56 for Andrew Horrocks, Josh Thompson, and producer Rich with camerawoman Jess. We will see you shortly for boys AA action, Mags against St. Pat's.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through a tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
This is a call to action.
It was really hard to try and keep it together every day.
I need some help.
Simple tools.
Is he here with his body or is he up here with his hinengaro?
For parents in need.
E tino he hena hau ki te whakapakari Ia hawano.
Tahua.
Mai te tirohanga Māori. Kids don't come with a manual with Nathan Wallace. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
So sponsorship from New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic for our sports teams actually who went away to tournament week. We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel, accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students. And to come out with a new uniform for a number of sports, particularly our basketball teams who have been away at nationals, has been uplifting for the students and for our community. The support from the Carbon Farming has been wonderful.
Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
You want your tamariki to be a part of the community. Keep getting all these feelings like he's never going to fit.
That gets pretty hard. I'm so grateful that Clara has answered those prayers.
There's just always this bias away from our tamariki. We really need this done.
Our code of compliance, it's a big thing, and we ain't gonna just stop because we're stressed.
Super kura. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
No mai, haere mai. Welcome back to Centre Court here at Fly Palmy Arena for Big Boys AA Pool C action here on day 3. St. Pat Silverstream up against Mount Albert Grammar. Andrew Horrocks alongside the queen of the commentary booth, Maya Williamson. Maya, you've been roving around the courts. What have you noticed in the last few rounds?
Yeah, sorry, I just had to catch my breath, sprinted up those stairs. Just saw Rotorua Boys and Christ College go into OT. Looked like Christ College were going to come away with it, but that's a big game for that pool.
We're going to get into the team list for this one. For Mount Albert Grammar, number 4, Jaden Eaton. Number 5, Cade Cartwright. 6, Ethan Lay. Number 7, Harry Coker Gray. Lucas Cartwright. Number 8, number 9, Stepan Kosinko. Number 10, Dante Tapalua Aya. Number 11, Dante Matakatia, a player to keep an eye on. Number 12, Louis Uri. 13, Logan Wood. 14, Romani Kef Perawa. 15, Gabriel Atu. Head coach, the legend Daryl Cartwright. Assistant coach, Ray Levere. And manager, Elliot Moka.
Daryl Cartwright, the GOAT.
I love Daryl Cartwright. His coaching in these tournaments is insane. For St. Pat Silverstream, take it away, Maya.
So we've got 4, Isaac McCoy. 5, Oscar Wrigley. 6, Krisnan Cole Ione. 7, Hassan Munir. 8, Noah Picardi. 9, Arana Robertson. 10, Noah Rolls. 11, Ben Footy. 12, Joshua Wanden. 13, Luke Major. 14, Flynn Rillstone. And 30, Peyton Matthews, coached by Terry Stallworth and assisted by Drew Ione.
Good Lord, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. He's not going to want to lose this one. Referees Regan Ashley, assisted by Austin Smart.
2 great referees, by the way. Shout out.
Yeah, Regan, I've been extremely impressed with him. Stepping up Sal's NBL, Tauihi League as well, and to have that experience and then come back to the secondary schools and do a fantastic job. Makes everything easier for us, doesn't it, Maya?
A little bit. Sorry, just still puffing over here from running up those stairs, catching me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, thankfully we didn't have to pass a fitness test to get into the commentary booth. And sometimes it probably would have made our jobs easier had we done so.
Oh, I'm in pretty good shape. I don't know about you, Andrew. Maybe you're just an old man over here.
My body is so broken now.
You can see him standing up in the commentary booth. His muscles just ache a little bit after he sits too long.
I don't know if I call this standing.
Leaning on the chair for support. What are we expecting to see from this ball game here today, Andrew?
Well, it's going to be a big one. Mags topped Auckland during the Premier competition over the year, but then came second in qualifying.
Right.
So that's a big team, and then St. Pat Silverstream finished 14th in 2022, finished first in Zone 3, so they're going to have big aspirations to try and go deep into this tournament. But they lost to Nelson College today, 89-85, which has put a little dent in their aspirations. So they're going to want to win this and a chance to go top of this pool. Whereas Mount Albert Grammar, if they win this one, they top Pool C. And a little bit of a break tomorrow morning.
That'd be nice. Everyone yearning for a bit of a sleep in, getting to the business end of the tournament.
Well, it's called Moving Day for a reason. All the teams trying to shape up where they're going to sit within this tournament. And if you are roving around the courts and listening, please text us your scores. We want to know what's happening and everything else. Especially Pool B.
Pool B, 4 2-2s. Auckland Grammar with a clean sweep in that pool, but everyone else battling away at it.
Well, Auckland Grammar's got to play Rosemary College, desperate to win. If they lose tonight, they are out of the prelims. Made the last 4 finals. Who would have saw that coming?
Yeah, that's a huge upset, but that's just the beauty of basketball tournaments. That's what happens. You love to see it, you know.
You don't when you're coaching that team and you're up all night making scouts.
This is true. This is true. Would hate to be in Coach Mike Lacey's position.
Yourself, Maya, stepping up this year was assisting some Tauihi League with the Mainland Poakai.
Yep, that's me. Been a good year for me. Obviously not a great season with the Poakai, but good experience nonetheless.
So it's going to be St. Pat's in the white with the baby blue, Mount Albert Grammar in their dark blue strip. Very reminiscent, actually, of Takapuna Grammar Girl kit.
This is true. I think they're copying them a little bit.
2-3 zone. Now, this is, I mean, Mags have gone through some different uniforms through the year. I remember there was a yellow away youth strip that they went through during the mid-2000s. Simplifying things a little bit with the dark blue. Kurufifi Toto attempt is good.
Straight away.
Oscar Wrigley with the hot start on the very first possession, and he's not scared to show it all here on the show court in Fly Palmy Arena.
Looks like an early 2-3 zone here for St. Pat Silverstream.
Both teams operating out of a 2-3 zone as they work it around. Deep Kurufifi Toru from the corner. Contest for the O-board. Where's that going to go? Regan Ashley says St. Pat's ball.
Yeah, there's been an array of offensive rebounding this tournament. I've seen it across both AA, single A, boys and girls. One of New Zealand's weaknesses is boxing out, being physical enough under the hoop.
Ouch. Feel a bit hurt by that comment.
Well, I'm just saying it's something we need to work on as a country.
Fair enough. Here comes St. Pat's. Up fake, big up fake there from Flynn Rillstone.
Well defended though, staying vertical in his cylinder. Doesn't allow him to go anywhere with that one.
Now, question, Maya, where does the cylinder begin and end?
Do you know, I don't actually know the proper answer to that question. I feel like you've thrown me under the bus here a little bit.
Oh, I'd never throw anyone under the bus. It's actually from the front of your toes, so the front of your shoe. So your hands actually don't have to be straight up.
Right.
If you're rocking, you know, size 20s,
like I am,
your hands can actually be quite far out. You don't have to be straight up, which a lot of people interpret.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Drew with the knowledge. Had to find some kind of nickname. Kurufifi Toru on its way.
And a foul there on the rebound situation. Looks like it was Romani Keith Paora who came in there illegally.
Oh.
And it's going to be St. Pat's ball. You know, it's the two rules, isn't it, that gets people. It's the verticality and your hand straight up, and then the second one is 3 seconds. You can actually be in the key as long as you want. You're actually inhibiting your own team. It's not until you're a part of the action
that
the 3 seconds actually comes in.
Well defended there by Mount Albert Grammar. Lewis Udi saying no, thank you very much.
And we haven't seen much of him earlier as we see
the
Kurufaka'u put in off the Hato from Mount Albert Grammar. And that is a seriously strapped shoulders. We haven't looked there at the ball rotation. Amazing what a good cut can do, isn't it, Maya?
Yeah, very simple basketball there. A nice ball reversal and then a cut down the seams. Works well there for Dante.
Reminds me of my old FIFA days. Martin Tyler, pass a move. It's a fabric of the game. Converts there from the Kuru Tautuku, and a little bit of a three-quarter court show from Mags. Not trapping out, and they are. No, they're going to pull back.
Yeah, that's a
2-3.
Smart decision there, slowing down St. Pat's. Now they only have 14 seconds to operate out of.
Trying to run a little horns action, turns into an exchange to the hoop, and converts there Krishnan Cole Ioane.
Strong take and a really nice finish. Stripped away.
Tried to throw it off his feet, didn't happen. Sloppy, and away come St. Pat's Silverstream. And draw the Hato to go to the line.
I like that contest, disallowing a make in transition. Probably just a little overzealous there with the contact.
Of course, St. Pat's of Silverstream, not to be confused with St. Patrick's of Kilburnie.
Right.
3-time champions. I was going to shout out Brooke Rusco, who was an alum, but not an alum of Silverstream. He was an alum of Kilburnie. Let's push.
Let's push. Hello. Made his first Kuru Tautuku there.
And converts the second. Positive start here for St. Pat's Silverstream.
A little bit of up-court pressure, but nothing too much. Handled pretty well by the Mags side. The way they move their ball is phenomenal.
Mags looking to use that baseline runner as well to get in behind the 2-3 action. As Matakati is blocked, but puts it back up and in with the left hand. And you feel if Mags are going to come victorious in this one, he's going to have a big game.
Absolutely.
No live stats for us today, so any stats you do hear off the top of Maya Williamson's brain to the hoop draws the Hato.
I'd trust her brain if you were at home listening.
Me too.
Heard she's pretty clever, eh? I think you said something about that the other day, Andrew.
Can neither confirm nor deny it.
I can confirm.
And we're going to see a timeout taken on the floor. Firstly for St. Pat's, Maya, putting your coaching hat back on. Is there any adjustments that you could see good Lord Terry needing to make?
I mean, I think they're doing a good job on the offensive end. They've kind of got every look they wanted, got themselves to the free throw line a few times. So it's just keep putting your foot down. Probably, I'd say a little bit more urgency getting up the court. They had only about 14 seconds to work out of their offense previously due to Mags' applied pressure. A little bit more urgency will allow them some more time to work out of the half court.
And then on the other side, one of the tournament kings, Daryl Cartwright, is there any adjustments you think that he needs to make early in this game?
I mean, it's Daryl Cartwright. You can't really second guess Daryl Cartwright. Again, I think offensively they're getting some pretty nice looks. They have really nice ball reversal, and we saw a couple of nice little dish-off passes with a backdoor cut and a little dunker spot. I'd like to see a bit more aggressive defense. I know 2-3 zone can cause you to be a little bit complacent, but I would like to see some aggression. I think they've got some pretty capable guards. Pair of Kuru Tautakus here, no good off the front rim there for Kristen Cole. Ione doesn't look too stoked with that miss.
No, can neither confirm nor deny if there's any relation to Akira Ioane or Rico Ioane. If anyone is listening and wants to get involved in the conversation, I believe on X, formerly known as Twitter, it's Maya_baller.
Little plug, I like that.
What about on Instagram? Same?
No, Maya Williamson. Maya_baller is a cringe 12-year-old username. Nice finish there, Hari Cocker-Gray. Little up and under action.
Yeah, I mean, the things you create when you're 12, I still cringe at my PlayStation username.
And would you like to share?
It's not quite late enough for that.
No, let's do it. I'd love to hear it. You've brought it up. Kuru Fifi Turu! Sorry, stole your celebration there.
No, we're going to move along as away comes Harry Cocker-Gray for Mags. A player to watch, been outstanding in the Auckland Premier competition this year. I'd like to see a little bit more side-to-side movement here from Mags and really utilising that short corner, and
well done.
A beautiful finish there from Mags off the Papamuri.
Love to see St. Patch kind of catch these cutters that are going through, bump them a little bit. They're getting it pretty easily under their Mags.
And as well, you've really got to box out the shooter, and Ioane puts that up and in. And that's the coach killer, Maya Williamson, even putting her hands up in the commentary booth.
Oh, boards, man. I say it's a big issue here in Aotearoa across the board. Little high-low action. Mags really getting any shot they want at the moment. No good on that Kuru Fifi Toru, but that is Cade Cartwright's third open attempt so far.
Louis Yuri doing the Lord's work on the O-boards there, but can't convert for Mount Albert Grammar, down 12-9. Just under half played. And a great work there from Mags. They fronted the post play, tried to spin, pass over the top, but the help side, as what a shot attempt that was.
Difficult one to make, that's for sure. Lovely pass in transition, and finishes well does Ben Fute.
Yeah, if anyone at home, is it? I mean, the US pronunciation of that, I believe, is foot.
Yeah, I felt like
we're getting so caught up in our te reo. Maybe someone at home as Cartwright, Kurufifi, Toru is good.
There he is, and Andrew doing a super cool celebration next to me.
Good thing we don't have a commentator's camera in the booth.
That would be highly embarrassing for you.
It would be.
Oh, lovely little shifty cross and a tough finish. Does a really good job to regain his balance there and finish over a taller Dante.
Ioane, such a key player for St. Pat's of Silverstream.
Ball reversal is lovely, and no denial of that high post catch, but picked off.
Intriguingly as well, Maya, not a representative player. You see that sometimes, don't you, in schools? So
Yeah.
these crucial players who don't even play representative ball. It can make sometimes for a slightly scrappier performance, but it's good fun as Harry Coker Gray easily to the hoop, and that's a player Mags would love to get going early. 16-14, St. Pat's.
Looks like Mags have moved out of that 2-3 now. Justin and Man.
A little bit of ball denial as well off there.
I'd like to see them being a little more aggressive, much better, disallowing St. Pat's to really get into much offense.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Light work.
He tried that. He tried that.
My life flashed before my eyes for the defender.
I love that. I love that confidence.
Lovely find inside there to Matakatia. Over to the other side. Good ball
Great
movement
ball
here.
movement. Oh, that's lovely. Yep.
It's the cuts for me, isn't it?
It is indeed. Little inside-out action. I think that's definitely the best way to break a zone. Beautiful ball movement. And then obviously you can put it back in the hands of your trusted scorer, Dante.
You wonder really if Mags have been listening to some Papa Roach prior to this game, because they're trying to cut St. Pat's life into pieces. It might be their last resort.
Gosh, you're a bit lame, Uncle Drew. I think it's a bit late for Andrew. Andrew needs to go to bed.
It is actually past my bedtime, and yes, I am old. Thank you, Maya.
Yeah, no worries. Someone had to point it out.
When people my age are starting to retire from professional sport, yeah, maybe I've got to let it go.
Time to hang up the shoes, mate.
That's why I started commentating. It's great body control there from Mags to cut them off. 3 seconds on the shot clock to get it over and do so.
Oh, no look pass. That is lovely.
I love Mag's use of the modern playmaking spot there, that short corner. I believe that's what you're referring to as the dunker spot?
Dunker spot, yeah, just a little bit in from the short corner. But their ability to find it, yes, incredible, and it makes for an easy offense, that's for sure.
Still out of the on ball. Good switch there from Mags. Was talking to Coach Mel Bennett this morning about the different uses of switching. You can switch aggressively, switch passively, almost switch neutrally if you choose to. Here's Cartwright again into that dunker spot.
Yeah, the Mags offense looked a little bit different with no Dante in there to operate out of the high post.
The interesting thing for me is they're being unselfish, Maya, but sometimes you want to be unselfish, but you've actually got to move. They're standing still, happy to move the ball around, which is great to see, but how can they shift the defense, create some openings? As Cartwright, Kurufifi Toru is back off the tapa, and the tūrapa was in the hands of Noah Rolls.
Sure, a cheeky rugby pass up the court there in transition. And we have, once again, Oscar Wrigley, who has been really active early for the St. Pat's Silverstream side. I believe this might be his third trip to the charity stripe already.
Don't forget as well, we're still looking for a sponsor for our action replay. If you want to get involved, you can email Geordie with an I at nz.basketball. He'd love to hear all inquiries from people. It's one of his favourite things to do, hear from our community.
Love you, Geordie.
That's not what you were saying in a few other games.
Yeah, well, I've changed my mind. He offered me some of his box of shapes, and we've kind of moved on now.
Uni students, so easy to please.
Don't come at me like that. It's not my fault you went to university 15 years ago.
You're not far off, actually.
I knew it. Exposed.
There is Coker Gray.
Watched him earlier this year at the Under-19 Nationals for Waitakere West. Not surprisingly, an instrumental part of their offense as well.
Kicks it ahead. Easy run. Is Coker Gray going to go for it? No, he's not. And Oscar Wrigley with the easy kurufaka'u for St. Pat's. Up 21-18. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 1.
Nice usage of the runner action as well, and some high-low. Harry Coker Gray. They're all over it, though, St. Pat's, and they get to go on trans again.
He just got a step too deep there, didn't he, Coker Gray?
Yeah.
The option was still there in the corner, even half a step before.
He was looking at it. Oh, and he's created...
Oh, gets away with one there. 3 defenders around him. Went up and is called by the man in the grey. Can't quite call them the Zebras. That's maybe going a bit before your time with the referee uniforms. But regardless, Coker Gray to the line. Chance to make it a one-possession game with 28.5 to play.
Been a great competitive ball game already. Hopefully it stays this way.
Yes, Maya, I heard you complaining. You've been starved of competitive action to get your juices flowing in the commentary booth, and who knows, these evening games throw up funny things.
They do. I mean, all basketball is great basketball, right? But everyone loves a thriller, a nail-biter, especially me. Little half-court trapping action here makes it difficult for St. Pat's. They have 9 seconds to operate. They're going to use a high on ball. Kuru Fifi Toru. Oh, huge O-board.
Just as the hara is called, just chatting to Geordie off air, he said it's actually Catherine with 2 N's. Starting with a K, who is the best person to speak to regarding sponsorships?
Geordie doesn't really like to do his job that much, so understandable.
No, it's not that Geordie's not doing his job. They all have different roles and responsibilities as Cartwright leaves that one short. So quarter number 1 here in the books. St. Pat's Silverstream up 23-19 over Mount Albert Grammar in Auckland. Maya Williamson, coach's hat on firstly.
I'd actually like to throw it to you, I think, considering the good amount of experience you've had, Andrew. So, St. Pat's in the lead right now. Any changes you're making, or are you continuing the way they're going?
Hey, there's a reason I don't coach anymore. I feel like they're putting too many bodies around Mag's drivers. Yes, you want to try and wall up and make it difficult for them, but if Coach Cartwright makes the adjustment of, hey, look, we're going to get 2 feet in the paint, we're going to take a pivot, 2-foot stop, and we're going to kick it out and work the ball around, they're going to find shooters very, very easily the way that St. Pat's are crowding the ball. So maybe look, hey, if we're bringing a help defender, we need someone else to help the helper fill those spots within the zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then offensively for them, I would love to see them trying to use that dunker spot a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a very good job with the high pick and roll. You'd maybe try and, can we set that screen maybe a step lower so that if the offensive player's coming off it and the defenders are dropping coverage, then they can go straight into that 3-point shot. At the moment, the way that they're coming off it, they may be just a step too deep on day 3 to be comfortable to get it to the hoop.
Yeah, totally agree. And, you know, you did well under the pump there, Andrew, with a plethora of coaching experience. Daryl Cartwright, I'm sure, not phased about this 4-point deficit. They've had a good start. I would, however, I'd like to see St. Pat's try to switch up their defense at the moment and maybe go to a man. I feel like Mags are kind of picking it apart a little bit, getting the looks that they want. And obviously, like you said, with the rotation, wanting to help the helper, but that is a hard thing to do, playing a zone. So I would like to see St. Pat's maybe adjust that and play a bit of a man defense at the moment.
Well, Maya, that's why you're still coaching, and I'm stuck in the commentary booth for the rest of my life.
Wow, that was awfully depressing.
That's not too bad. I quite enjoy it up here.
Yeah, it's not a bad little gig to have.
The thing I love about it as well is the ability to pick the brains of people such as yourself, Miles Pearce, Josh Thompson, Mel Bennett, Ryan Doubledam, Crystal Ledger Walker as well.
Gosh, you've had some company this week, haven't you?
I have.
Lucky man, Andrew. So St. Pat's still in their 2-3 zone. And, of course, Mag's moving the ball well. Get that out of here. Oscar Wrigley says, no, thank you. I'll have that.
What does the Chief say? I guess you haven't really had that many Alex Pidgeot home games, have you? In,
I'm a baby.
The lovely Christchurch.
I'm a baby.
There's always a Dewhurst go-to. The Chief says no.
Never heard that, but now I have.
Yeah, he sounds a lot better than I do.
I'm not surprised.
Lovely ball movement here. Again, still in that 2-1-2. It's quite a compressed 2-1-2, isn't it?
Nice ball reversal. Gave up an open look.
But again, you're seeing from Mags, and it's wonderful. Can't stand up there. But wonderful from St. Pat's. Mags, they're not getting any rotation off the ball.
Yeah.
People are filling the spots well. but it's a bit like a training drill, isn't it, for St. Pat's?
Yeah, definitely. Even just like an exchange between two guards on the perimeter would cause the zone to work a little bit more. Some off-ball cuts, because we saw earlier in the game they were able to kind of attack those seams by just cutting. So I would like to see an off-ball cut when the ball has been picked up.
Ioane again to the hoop, touches down, inside off the tupper, and 25-19. St. Pat's Silverstreamers. Matakatia travels.
Yeah, really great wall up there. Matakatia kind of trying to force it through traffic, but they did a good job to just stay vertical and force a tough shot.
And that's where that body balance and footwork comes into it, doesn't it, Maya?
100%. Huge part of basketball. And it looks like Mags have gone back to their 2-3 zone, shifted out of their man, playing it really, really high. So nobody below the charge circle there.
Well, we talk about the morning shift. This is the evening shift into the 2-3 is the and one.
Give me that.
And that's why you stay on your feet as a defender. We have another look here on the action replay. Jumped early. Easy whistle for referee Regan Ashley.
One thing Mick Downer taught me is always leave the ground second as a defender. That way you're not giving away cheap and ones like that.
Were you in, I listened to a Mick Downer coaching clinic during the Cells NBL in 2020, and he talked about the captain as the weak side helper.
Yeah.
Were you a big fan of being in the captain spot?
Big fan of it. Love to tell my teammates what to do.
Here is Cartwright on the left wing.
Again, not a lot of movement from these perimeter players, but found that dunker spot really easily. So you see, like you were saying before, St. Pat's, not a lot of rotation going on once they're breaking that line. The guards penetrating through the zone, drawing one, and then able to dish to that dunker spot almost every time out of a penetration.
And we saw as well, was that 2-foot stop in the paint that created that opportunity. A little bit of bump while Cartwright was in the air. And Oscar Wrigley puts that one up and in to build up this lead to 9 points.
Dante wanting the ball on that high post there, looking to flash into this high-low action. The ball just moving around the perimeter. Hasn't touched the paint yet, and only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Would like to see a few more paint touches from this Mag side. That was a great defensive position from St. Pat's there, all over it.
And Maya, I'm sure the first thing that you teach your teams is that's a very easy call. Is, hey, what's the first thing you got to do when you catch the ball?
Square up. Look at the hoop.
Exactly, and what are Mags not really doing at the moment?
No, they're pretty passive, right? They're looking to just... They've swung the ball around the perimeter 3 or 4 times, and at that point they've got 8 seconds and they yet haven't got a paint touch. That's a really easy thing for St. Pat's to defend. And no one really looking like a threat. The main person looking like a threat upon catch is Dante, but hard when he isn't receiving the ball in that high post area. St. Pat's not even denying that catch, so definitely, you know, an option for Mags to go to him.
And you talk about best dressed coaches. I mean, Terry Stallworth always knows how to match up a uniform with the whatever he's wearing. Got the baby blue ones on, I believe.
Some nice kicks. Probably one of the freshest kicks I've seen Coach rocking here so far.
Yeah, definitely something that Sammy Watkins could take a thing out of.
Get those Air Maxes out of here.
Kutufifi Toru, no good, but rebound Harry Coker-Gray comes into an on-ball. 7 on the clock to the hoop.
Well done.
And a late call, but again, it's that wall up from St. Pat's. They're really, as soon as Mags get into bloody nose lane, they're making sure they get bodies. If we have another look here, it goes 1, 2, 3 bodies, and that corner on the left side is going to be open every single time.
I think the injection of Harry Coker-Gray has completely changed his Mags offense again. Quite a willing penetrator and able to actually get 2 feet in the paint. And as you saw, maybe able to take a gap, get to the paint, and good things happen. So I think having him back in the ball game will change their offense a little bit more.
Converts the second, 31-22, St. Pat's Silverstream over Mount Albert. Grandma Mount Albert finishing 6th last year. St. Pat's 14th. Both looking for deep runs and to improve in 2023. It's anyone's to play for, isn't it, Maya?
100%. Totally agree. Lovely footwork. Can't get the first one to go, but O'Board gets it again. A little bit of elevated pressure there from the top of the zone, making it difficult for Mags to even get in the paint. As we see again, very passive from these guards, not wanting to penetrate a whole lot. And it's a great pass.
We saw a little bit of an X-cut there from Louis Uri. I'd like to see him, you know, come to the elbow, look, try and be a catch option, suck in that defense.
Yeah.
And look for passing options in a rotation for Mags.
100%. Great penetration.
Just confirming as well results in the other games. Christ College coming out victors over Rotorua Boys. So no doubt when Geordie Walker updates the draw, that's going to be an interesting one to see who's playing and matched up in those prelim quarterfinals as a timeout is taken on the floor. Maya, you stitched me up last time. I'm going to throw it back on you. Firstly, for St. Pat's this time, what do you think they might look to adjust? They've done a very good job holding Mags to 22, but what could they change?
I think defensively they're actually doing a really good job, forcing Mags to be very passive. However, they are creeping up toward the bonus with 3 fouls already, only in 4 minutes. Like you said, bailing guys out late in the shot clock under the hoop. Just wanted to do a better job staying vertical. Need to be disciplined, otherwise you start getting in a little bit of trouble. And then obviously giving away Kuru Totoku's free throws for this Mags side.
Don't forget as well, we've got some awards to give away this week. That entry's closed tonight at 11:59 p.m. First up, the Celtics Good Sport Award. That goes to someone at the event who has done amazing things to help others, often going above and beyond. Head to the BBNZ socials if you want to nominate your person. Maya Williamson, if you had to nominate someone here, who would you nominate?
Oh, that's a tricky question.
That is indeed. Big questions for a big brain.
Who's the girl, the lady Jess from Basketball 102 that gives us all our dinner?
Oh, Tess?
Tess
Petley?
Yep. I love her, and it's not just because she feeds me, but she's been very generous and helping out and giving us Kai, all the commentators. So shout out her from Basketball 102.
As well, also organising 36 volunteers every single round to cover our score benches.
Ka pai. A little bit more urgency in our movement here from Mags. Still a little bit passive, but getting a paint touch earlier in the shot clock.
But as well, if you have a look at it, and interesting that stayed Mags ball, but look how low that St. Pat's defense is getting. They're really packing it in, not wanting to give up anything around the hoop. Lovely kick to the corner. Cartwright off the back of the tupper, but it opens up those long two-uppers, doesn't it?
100% O-boards, a huge thing here today. And yep, it's going to be a travel call, I assume. Rightfully so. No argument there from Cade Cartwright. A little bit of elevated pressure here from Mags as well. I think this is the first actual proper backcourt defense we've seen.
Well, it's been tough. When you're not getting consistent scores, it's tough to set up these little traps and what people call junk defenses, right, Maya?
Totally agree. Nice ball pressure there. Oh, well done being active. And that denial probably wanted to do the work early to get a front or three-quarter seal rather than trying to reach in upon the catch. You're most likely to give up a foul in that instance. Quick timeout, I think, called by Terry.
Good Lord, Terry.
What do you think Good Lord Terry's having a yarn about over there?
Well, I think he might have just seen the spacing offensively that he hasn't liked as well. He might just want to talk to his team. That's the fourth personal foul on Mount Albert Grammar. So anything that they do aggressive that the referees call is going to give them the opportunity to shoot free throws. And interesting to see here, Daryl Cartwright having a word with referee Regan Ashley, meaning Ray Levere is the one who's drawing up the X's and O's at the moment.
I think the great thing about the Team Grey referees we've seen so far is their approachability and their ability to have an open conversation and respectful conversation with coaches. That makes a referee so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's been a big point of emphasis. Spoke to referee coordinator Ken Coulson this morning. Just, checking in, seeing what the haps are.
What the haps?
And yeah, he spoke about it being a big thing. If there's one thing I'd like to improve, Maya, it's that we don't have the coaches' boxes properly marked here on the show court.
Tragedy.
It is. Daryl Cartwright should not have been able to speak to the referee where he was standing.
Yeah, this is true. And the coaches' box being lined out could help that, actually, couldn't it?
It could. Should be 3.05 metres from memory from halfway.
Looks like Mags are in a bit of a 2-1-2 zone there.
Very high 2-on-2 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the perimeter, those Mags backline are above the charge circle. And until St. Pat starts to take advantage of that, Mags can sit that high all day.
Coca Gray, good ball rotation here.
Oh, had a look. Thought he might pull that one.
Coca Gray again into that dunker spot, looking for the cutter. And active hands means away comes Ioane for St. Pat's up and in.
Yeah, they've done a really good job at picking passes off and able to capitalise in trans. I feel like they've got about 8 or 10 points that they've gotten off of Mags turnovers that they've converted down the other end.
I think that's been the key difference in this game, isn't it, Maya? Neither team is really putting the foot on the throat, so to speak, in the half court. It's been St. Pat's runouts that have been the difference, as
100%.
A lovely jumper there cuts this lead to 12 points.
Yeah, that was really nice and a better example of offense again. Not a lot of paint touch happening for the Mags offense, but he did a good job to get the guy in the air, had a wide open pull-up midi, one of my favourite shots in the game.
Yeah, we talk a lot now about basketball and analytics, and sometimes when you overanalyze a game, you just emphasize defending layups and threes. It really opens up the middle. Is up top and in goes Romani Keith Paora.
Yeah, that was a really nice finish, able to balance himself, absorb contact in the air and still finish. Cutting the lead to 10, and interestingly, Mount Albert Grammar only one foul this quarter.
What verticality we saw from Mags.
What does the Chief say?
No!
Oh, Coach Keller. Yeah, you really want to capitalise on that if you're Mount Albert Grammar. Able to put your foot down and gain a little bit of momentum had there been a bucket there. Dale Cartwright not stoked about that call.
Not at all. You know what he's saying to his team?
What's he saying there?
That we could be altogether better.
And what's that in reference to there, Uncle Drew?
The Bailey's Altogether Better Award. They're offering schools the chance to win a $500 travel voucher to assist with the cost of attending secondary school nationals. Because we know the bank of mum and dad, it's not endless.
No, it's not, funnily enough.
It does have its restrictions.
So sad when I found that out.
So if you head to the BBNZ Instagram, find the Win with Bailey's post and comment why your team is hashtag altogether better.
Come on.
Entries close tonight at 11:59 p.m. And Maya, you know what the best thing about that entry?
And what is that?
It's free, so kids, you don't have to ask the bill payer first.
Let's go. Get on that. Kuru Whiwhi Toru is good from Dante. And Andrew's doing his cool hand signals because he's so excited.
And Mags just extending that pressure. Looks like a 3-2 now, Maya.
Yes. I think they're kind of switching that high pressure in the middle there. Cade Cartwright with his long, lengthy arms.
Almost a great Kuru Whiwhi Toru there for St. Pat's, but out comes Harry Coker, great to the hoop.
Come on.
And uncontested with the left hand, and the Kuru Whakauhu is good. Back to a 5-point game suddenly.
Yeah, and again, St. Pat's playing the game so narrow, so high. Mags don't even need to take a step in the charge circle at the moment. Not really putting much pressure on these guys.
And you just wonder if assistant coach Drew Ioane is asking Terry Stallworth, good Lord Terry, put it in reverse, Terry. We've got to find a way to stop this Mags run.
They're going to say that every time you say Terry, do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
I feel it's been a Terry good time saying it.
Couple of shot clock issues, I believe, that actually wasn't going in the last possession.
Not the first time it's happened on this court.
trying their best.
Do you know John Cena's in the building?
Yeah. You can't see me. Why is that sound playing, I must ask? Was that you, Andrew?
Someone must be playing the prank call off YouTube.
Andrew, connect to the Ox.
Have you heard that prank call?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's golden. Look up John Cena prank call if you have time in the 5 minutes between these halves, as that's how long it takes to listen to it. It's a big kuruwhiwhi toru from Matakatia.
It's 2 in a row now. They've cut this
Maya
lead.
Williamson giving it the big pucky.
Pucky from me, Dante Karpai. Great work. 2 points in it now. They were down, what, 14?
Correct.
That's tough. Great job being vertical.
Travel call.
That is rough.
Trying to tell the referee what he did, which he didn't do.
He didn't. Yeah, that's difficult. You want to capitalise on a huge defensive play like that, but unfortunately St. Pat's now another possession.
Oh, nice little hezzy in and out to the hoop off the Papamuri.
My favourite thing about that is that St. Pat's now filled the corners, made Mag kind of extend the defence and cover more basis, and in that way, space opened up for him to now penetrate, and that's why you see such great success that they haven't had the last few minutes.
Would you argue that St. Pat's are playing basketball? Is that reference a bit old for you?
Yeah, I actually don't know what you're talking about.
One of the greatest films ever from Trey Parker and Matt Scone, Basketball.
You have to remember, I'm a baby.
The classics never die, Maya.
I'm sorry.
Out comes Cartwright to the hoop with the left hand. And that is why you always follow up fast breaks.
It's even Stevens now, Andrew.
30 seconds to play. Likely St. Pat's of Silverstream's last possession of this half. Are we going to end up with the Inga Solifute special at halftime? Or is someone going to take the lead?
Oh, bailed out. Yep, and that's a difficult foul to give up, considering he was in a bit of a dead zone there. Probably a tough shot to make from where he was. Those are the fouls that you do not want to give up, giving him 2 more points than he probably would have.
Referee Regan Ashley happy to give him the ball. Maya, you see some different free throw routines. What's your one?
2 dribbles, little spin onto the left hand, back into the right, and then bang. Never miss a free throw. Never. And you, Andrew, if you do still do a little bit of social ball or whatever?
Last time I played a proper game of basketball would have been 2017.
Did you have a good free throw routine in that game?
I don't know.
Can't remember. Great find.
Kuruwhiwhi toru is long. So halftime here at Fly Palmy Arena, boys AA action. St. Pat's of Silverstream up 39-38 over Mount Albert Graham. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the second half.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
We had to make sure from the beginning, yep, this is what we're going to do and we're going to go all in.
And it was us.
So I was so determined to have this pepe.
Puro pepe, ki whakaata Māori me Māori plus.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
The bait is over.
What I can almost guarantee is there's going to be some good fish here today.
Tuna in every 2 days.
I was pretty excited actually. Went from 0 to 100 real quick.
For a real good time.
All guns blazing. Oh. Yeah, my technique, it was me. Not.
Get in the water, Wild 2 day. Ki whakaata Māori.
Another day in paradise.
Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena. Andrew Horrocks alongside Maya Williamson, who almost extended her travel up here in the commentary booth. It is St. Pat's of Silverstream up 39-38 over Mag. Scores from around the grounds. Auckland Grammar School over Rosmini College 14-9. Rosmini College have to win that one to get through to the preliminary quarterfinals. Maya, what have you made from this one? It's your first time on the show court commentary. How are you enjoying it as you climb all over the furniture?
Having a good time, actually. Enjoying this commentary duo. Our first one this tournament, isn't it, Andrew? Having a blast. I don't know about you. But also some great basketball being played here. And my first close game that I've commentated all tournament. So I'm very happy to be here.
It's wonderful to have you here. Heard big things
about
your commentary from Mr. Greg Elliott, whose Zimmer frame wasn't allowed on a plane, so can't be with us this week. But wonderful to have you here, and I believe there's a bit more commentary in your future coming up.
Yeah, got a few gigs coming up, and hopefully some more next year. Quite enjoy it, so it's a good time.
So we're nearly ready to get back underway.
It's been a long day, has it?
It has. This
Uncle
is
Drew.
Game number 12 of the week. 12 to go after this.
What? Still?
Yep.
Putting in some serious mahi, Andrew. Let me know if I can relieve any of your duties. You might need a little bit of a nap.
Well, there's some wonderful games on Saturday morning that you're more than welcome to do.
I would love the money.
We don't get paid.
No, it's all voluntary.
That's why we get the free dinners as volunteers.
Oh, that lasagna was great tonight. Did you have it?
I did. A little bit of chocolate brownie as well.
And salad, of course. That was my favourite part.
Same.
Yep, sure.
So it's going to be Mags that are in the navy.
Navy.
You know what I'd love to see? Different coloured numbers that's not the exact same colour as their jersey.
It's pretty tough to read from all the way up here, if I'm going to be honest.
So here is Mags using that baseline runner again, looking for the screen. He's still wide open. Eventually gets the ball to Cartwright. Harry Coker-Gray moving the ball round. Little jump shot from the dunker spot, and away came St. Pat's Silverstream.
I'm not unhappy with that look, but again, I would love to see more paint touches from this Mags team. Very passive and just allowing St. Pat's zone to kind of disallow any penetration, and it is hard to generate good looks with just passing the ball around the perimeter.
Super high 2-3 zone here from Mags, and it led to an explosive closeout that got beat, but eventually Mags coming away with the ball through Matakatia into a handoff situation. But again, it's very east-west, isn't it, Maya?
Yeah.
No one's trying to get south.
I totally agree. And barely a paint touch there from penetration. That's a tough shot, right? Like, I know that he is longer, but that is a pull-up, contested pull-up, and if you're St. Pat's, forcing anybody into a mid-range contested pull-up with still time on the shot clock is a win defensively.
I think the biggest thing as well, I mean, yes, it's a close game, but you don't want it to stay a close game. Nothing worse as a coach. Who doesn't love a blowout win besides the commentary team?
Yeah, this is true. I mean, we appreciate this. And again, St. Pat's super high, empty corner and wing there, allowing Mags to barely even play defense, but Kuru Whiwhi Toru there.
Ben foot it was.
Bang, bang.
As he puts his feet into this game. Good ball movement here from Mags into the dunker spot. I just feel like the timing as well of their cuts, once they've got the ball in the dunker spot, is that's going to be claimed as a pass from Keith Paora. But just the timing of the cuts once they get into the dunker spot can't quite find that synergy between players to convert some easy looks. It's the best scouting system in the world, synergy, I'm telling you.
Love it. Capitalizes. I like that. Floater game.
Louis Uri.
I'd really like to see some corners filled here and really extend the Mags defense out. Force them to cover more bases than they are at the moment.
Big rebound there for Matakatia for Mount Albert Grammar, and away they come. Their fans screaming blue and yellow as the Kuru Whiwhi Toru is good. Maya Williamson letting her allegiances known here in the commentary booth.
No, I just love a good Kuru Whiwhi Toru, especially Mags regaining the first lead, I believe, of the game for them.
You could be right.
And coming in here is young buck, Arana Robertson. I had the privilege of watching him this year at Under-15 Nationals for Hutt Valley. Extremely talented young boy. Bright future ahead of that kid.
Well, it's awesome to see as well the amount of Sal's NBL and Tauihi League coaches such as yourself down here scouting the next generation of talent. And I tell you what, I don't notice if the people at home notice as the big Kuru Whiwhi Toru is there, but with how high Mags is extending, there was actually a very easy back cut on offer for St. Pat's that they might look to utilise in the future.
Yeah, I would hope so. There's so much space and they could really take advantage of, but they're not really forcing Mags to have to play a whole lot of defense and making it easier for Mags to cover the bases of their offense.
Travel called on Romani Keith Paora. And we're all tied up here, 45 apiece.
Beautiful basketball game here late in Paradise North, as Ryan Doubledam likes to call it.
Well, I've always referred to it as the North Island's East Coast. There's a spot known as the Riviera of the South, and I've actually stuffed the joke up, so another game when people forget, I'm going to redo it.
I'm so embarrassed for you. I'm sure it's funny, but the time's passed now.
Nothing like some second-hand embarrassment. Harry Coker Gray rips and goes to the hoop. Through contact, gets the O board. But
nice.
Again.
Split kick extra. Bugger. And he knew it.
Well, his mind was telling him no.
Yeah.
But his body was telling him yes.
I would have liked to see a little bit more decision from there, Dante. I would have liked to see rip and go straight off the catch. I think he had his defender kind of still lagging a little bit, so to see a rip and go, trying to get downhill on a second penetration. Defense has already shifted out of the first one, so I think good things could have happened.
Here is St. Pat's. Again, how can they get this movement? They're making it very easy for Mags to line up off the foot. And it's going to be Mount Albert Grammar ball.
So pretty slow start to the quarter for both teams. 4 minutes past. I don't believe a lot of buckets have been scored either way.
No, it is 7-6 at the moment. Mags over St. Pat's in this quarter. Very high screens there for Harry Coker Gray. Using a weak side slip there, Maya.
So, see, Dante doing a better job trying to penetrate there. Kind of a tough situation to be in, so close to his teammate. One person able to guard two in that situation, but I like the idea that he's trying to get downhill, create some kind of look of a penetration.
Kids at home, when coaches tell you we need to space the floor better, that is why. Still no fouls called. Maya in quarter number 3 is a bit of contact there, leads to an out of bounds St. Pat's ball.
I like that our refs here are still allowing a good level of physicality. Both teams contesting really well, but not illegally. And I like that both these referees are allowing it to be physical in that way.
Basketball is a contact sport at the end of the day.
Amen, sister. Preach it, Uncle Drew. I know you liked that one. You can laugh out loud, it's okay.
St. Pat's will inbound with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Not looking at running any set plays, but again, how are they going to move this Mags high 2-3 zone? They're just going to go straight through it. Rebound, Cade Cartwright, and away come Mount Albert Grammar, looking to retake the lead here in quarter 3. Winner of this is going to end up the top seed in Pool C, and that all-important first round bye in the playoffs.
Kuru Whiwhituru on its way, no good. And this is what St. Pat's have been missing early here in this third quarter, is their transition basketball.
Well, they did such a good job in the first half, getting out and running as Cartwright. Cart wrong, that one couldn't drop.
Transition basketball, their biggest strength. St. Pat's got out on a lead early, I believe, because they had about 8 to 10 points in transition, but that has slowed down here in the second half.
Nearly amazing verticality there from Cade Cartwright, claiming the offensive player leaned into him, but he just brought that left hand down, making it an easy decision for the referee.
Oscar Wrigley for a pair of Kuru Tautakus. Him and his friend Kirsten Cole Ione have been the biggest instrumental guards, I believe, for St. Pat's here today.
It's been amazing, hasn't it, across the board? There's been some great sets of guards last night, getting to watch Nelson College, James Matthews and his running buddies. Extremely good baseball player as well.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. We were talking about this earlier, Andrew. The ability for a kid to be so good at 2 sports in his country. Just represented New Zealand at the Asia Cup, but also an incredibly good baseball player, and looking like he'll go over to the States for college for baseball, which is pretty incredible.
Foul called there from referee Regan Ashley. And it's going to be Mag's ball. Reset to 14 seconds on the shot clock. You can hear Terry Stallworth in the background.
Yeah, I was just about to say, big, booming, powerful American accent.
Yeah, it's one thing if the American coaches in this country are blessed with its great voices.
I mean,
good dive.
Well defended, though. Really good job. Managed to get the pass off, though.
Harry Coker-Gray trying to come up with that one, and bodies on the floor. If there's one thing Mount Albert Grammar could adjust on their offense, in that roll, I'd like to see a short roll.
Yeah.
The moment they're rolling all the way into the defense, making it their job, bring the defense to you.
Yeah.
Put them on the back foot. Then if they're running out at you, you can go past them and get some easy kuru whakaus.
Yeah, and in saying that, St. Pat's haven't done a great job to deny the high post initially to start off. So if they're leaving the high post area open, that's a great opportunity for the short roll, and then you're able to make decisions out of that, especially having Dante Makatea operate out of the high post. He's extremely efficient in that area.
Ioane no good. Mags just daring Ethan Lay to shoot. Shout out to his dad, Brent, as well, as he's coaching the Mount Albert Grammar women's team.
Yep. And I believe he's actually heading away with the JTFs on Saturday to Papua New Guinea. I think he's managing that team.
Is he?
I heard from Mel Bennett, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think I
heard it from Mel, it's the truth.
Mel speaks nothing but the truth. Happy birthday, Mel Bennett, BT Dubs.
The big 21.
Queen, Mel Bennett, been lucky to be in her presence quite a few times already at secondary school nationals. She is a basketball genius and has a plethora of experience behind her. As we see a timeout called here by Terry Stallworth. Do you think, Andrew?
Well, I think for St. Pat's, they're filling what we call the bases. Sometimes it's referred to as coaches. So you've got the 2 corners and then the 2 wing spots, which is first, second, third, fourth base. But there's no movement between the bases. So if the ball shifts to one side, can we get an exchange or something just to make the help side defense actually have to take a look? That way, if they're looking, they're distracted. If you can beat your one-on-one defender, you can get to the hoop, and it's the help side's just going to be that half second too late,
Yep.
which is going to allow for an easy pakite. For Mount Albert Grammar, again, they're shifting side to side. I'd like to see a short roll implemented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're diving all the way to the defense. Can we get that short roll just at the free throw line? Make that a decision-making spot. Can we then find open shooters from then? If the defense is slow, we've got a jump shot. If they come out too aggressively, we can go to the hoop. Or we can beat that first man. We've got 2 feet in the paint, and we can kick out, making for some easy
pakites.
I was going to let you say kuruwhiwhi toru, but
oh, well,
we like easy pakites as well.
And yeah, they have...
We don't discriminate.
No, we don't discriminate around here. They have had some nice movement along that baseline with that runner cut. However, I'd like to see, like you were saying, for St. Pat's, some action on the wings here, even just an exchange with the perimeter to engage those top defenders, because they are able to be quite complacent here today.
And we're nice seeing some lovely cuts here from St. Pat's. Here's Ioane. Kick across. Kuruwhiwhi toru is long fight for the tūrapa and ends up in the hands of Oscar Wrigley with the floater, almost with the GJ Gardner sign, and that is going to be Mount Albert Grammar ball.
So, again, pretty scoreless the last few minutes. A really low-scoring quarter for both teams, kind of unable to get going in their half-court offense against these zones. I'd love to see a paint touch and see that high post catch. Dante immediately able to operate out of that. He is so efficient, and I'd like to see the ball go through him in the high post a little bit more. I think good things can happen.
Well, you know what they say, Maya, speak your truth.
Amen.
Little on-ball screen there from Ioane. Kick. And the kuruwhiwhi toru is good for Oscar Wrigley. Back out to a 2-point lead here. St. Pat's Silverstream. Boys, double-A action. Moving day here in Palmerston North. And the tip pass is going to stay Mount Albert ball.
I'd love to see them again go through Dante here in the high post. He's now going to attract some attention in that area, which will open up more for their guards, especially Harry Cocker-Gray, if he can get downhill. He is pretty deadly.
Offensive foul called. It's been such a point of emphasis in the Sales NBL, the Tauihi League, and it's flowing through here to secondary school basketball. Got to make sure your feet are set when you make contact.
I think the referees have done a great job at policing that so far this tournament and not allowing anything illegal in terms of screen set, both off ball and on ball.
We're a big fan of performing legal actions.
Amen.
Lovely kick into the post, and you see all the Max defenders having a look.
That's a tough finish.
Goes up through the trees, and Ioane with the easy deuce.
Great pass. Much better.
Again, up with the big block. Cocker-Gray underneath. Can he get the rebound? The tūrapa comes off a foot.
Yeah.
Right call there.
Absolutely. I think Mags did a better job there. They had a penetration and a kick, and then a second penetration, which is a great way to shift the defense. Couldn't capitalize, but, you know, that looked a lot better offensively.
Good to see some bodies on the floor there from Ethan Lay.
Interestingly, the foul count 5-1, Andrew.
Well, that's what happens when you perform 5 illegal actions and the other team's only performed 1.
Wow. Very insightful.
That's why we volunteered the big bucks.
That's why he is the lead commentator here at Secondary School Nationals. You know, actually, Andrew, you do deserve a big shout-out considering you have not missed a round yet. This man has been putting in some serious mahi on the mic. And bought me a coffee today, so big pucky.
Yeah, well, I regretted it as soon as I heard what your order was, but we'll digress.
Fair chat.
Here's Mags, a little to the hoop.
Ooh, my goodness, a little bit confident there. Don't know if it's a risk you're wanting to take. And St. Pat's get to go to their preferred offense, which is transition basketball.
It's a bit of a 4-point swing, and it's tough to see because we can't tell who took that timeout early in the third quarter. But you got to feel, if you're Daryl Cartwright, you'd love to have a timeout here. So maybe he was the one who took it, as he would love to, you know, just slow things down, talk about what magical things he's got in his head to help his Mount Albert Grammar team.
High post catch again. And you can see good things happen and space starts to open up.
Well, good things happen as well when you're got your hands up defensively, Maya, because they're just tipping those passes, getting out of the passing angles that Mount Albert won, and again, another foul called.
So I've been really impressed today here with Oscar Wrigley and Kristen Cole-Ione, number 5 and 6 for St. Pat's. Really good duo of guards. I don't know if they've even had a break themselves, but they've been instrumental in transition basketball and some really nice finishes around the hoop.
Chance here for some easy misses as once again the commentary curse comes into play.
Yeah, I've got one of those really bad ones too. Second Kuru Totsuku on its way.
And a foul is called. Pretty easy call.
Yeah, that was a big thump. Heard it all the way up here from the commentary booth.
Just to check here if that was unsportsmanlike between the two referees.
No, it will not be. Just a regular foul. So opportunity to extend the lead back out to 10 now.
And a 10-point lead in a game like this, which will not happen as he misses the first. But it's gold, isn't it? I mean, you talk about flows of the games, and different games, different leads have different meanings. Still 8 points as he misses both.
I would just love to see a paint touch. Harry Gray, I think he heard me. Nice penetration there. Dante asking him then to reverse the ball. What can he do? Well done.
What I've really liked as well there for St. Pat's Silverstream is you see Noah rolls in the second time. They're getting that post catch, but he's dropping in right to that high post, stopping a potential cut from the weak side to fill that high post roll to stop the high-low game for Mount Albert Grammar. So really switched on play there from St. Pat's, forcing if there's going to be a kick-out pass, it's going to either have to be same side and keep the ball on that side, or they're going to have to skip it all the way to the corner, which is going to give the defense time to recover.
Totally. Just then giving up the foul, though, so all other bases covered. Just need a little bit more discipline and verticality there. However, Dante cannot capitalise.
Converts the second of his Kuru Tautuku's 7-point game here. Under a minute to play in quarter number 3. St. Pat's Silverstream up 55-48 over Mount Albert Grammar.
So they've stretched the floor a little bit now, which has allowed their guards to kind of attack downhill and the gaps a little bit more.
And you can see Daryl Cartwright's head is down. Just trying to will his team in here to quarter time.
And multiple trips to the charity stripe in the back end of this quarter.
Did you see what paddle was just held up then?
No, I missed it.
Was that the fourth?
It does look like he's in foul trouble. Daryl Cartwright clearly, visibly unhappy.
And just apologises there to referee Regan Ashley for something he said.
Capitalises on that with the free throw make.
I'm trying to tell as well what some of the crowd are saying.
Don't think they're happy either.
Score update from around the courts. Auckland Grammar up over Rosmini College, 40-37.
Ooh, that's a close one.
Here is Mount Albert Grammar. Nice little exchange. Ethan Lay finally finding that high post. Does such a good job getting the steal, and away comes Noah Rolls. He's playing his role to perfection.
Nice one.
Kurufifi Toru in and out, and the last shot of the quarter is going to go the way of Mount Albert Grammar. Nearly a trap there.
Yep, nice applied pressure there from St. Pat's. Disallowing any early offense for Mags.
Pulls up deep, Kurufifi Toru off the two-upper. Still time to go up. And that hits the Papa Muri. So three-quarter time here at Fly Palmy Arena. It is 57-48. St. Pat's Silverstream over Mount Albert Grammar. Andrew Horrocks alongside Maya Williamson with producer Rich and camerawoman Jess, bringing you all these close-ups of the team's timeouts, really bringing you at home closer to the action. If you haven't been here before, I sound like a broken record. Get to here 2024. Take some leave. Make sure you get your annual leave up high enough where you can come down. School kids, come down and watch. Take some time to visit the beautiful Manawatu with your lovely family and take in some of the best basketball. It is the best basketball tournament, isn't it, Maya?
Oh, it is. Every time I've been here, it's been an absolute blast. And some great basketball as well from some high caliber players, like you said. Some women in the Tauihi League playing for a couple of high schools around the tournament, and a couple of dudes who are involved with some NBL teams. So, yeah, it's some high caliber basketball, that's for sure.
As we take a look at a future secondary school basketball player.
Nice.
How good's a onesie?
Yeah, I was about to say. Got some good handles there as well. Nice control with the right hand. Probably want to start working on the left, though.
Gosh, do you, coach?
What better time than to start than the young days in a onesie, right?
Absolutely. And, of course, don't forget, we have 8 courts going on behind us. Some big AA games going on as the young onesie person's figured out they're on the camera saying hello. Kids these days, they pick up cameras so quickly.
As they should. Look at him in that onesie. Look at him. Oh, he's showing off for us now. Displaying his handles. Feel like he could cross you up.
Well, it'll be an interesting one-on-one battle between them and you, Maya.
Is that because I'm short, or...?
Well, no, because you still hoop.
Because I'm a hooper.
I can't dribble anymore.
Oh, at least you can commentate.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. One of the rare compliments given out by Maya Williamson.
Right, so here's St. Pat's. They're going to have first go with the rock in quarter number 4. Again, that very high 3-2 zone gets a tip. And Matakatia is going to whack it straight into our favourite sponsor, Bailey's, who are proud sponsors of secondary school basketball in this country, helping to keep the costs down for the bank of mum and dad so their kids can attend. Nice little inbound. Good pressure there from Harry Coker-Gray off the on-ball, straight into a switch. That's where you're going to get in the zone. Ioane down bloody nose lane to the hoop.
So he did a really good job there. Get the defense off their feet with a shot fake. His ability to balance himself at a fast pace and then finish off that way is really, really nice. Like, he did a really good job to stop and pop there. And I've seen a few of those earlier here in the ball game. Been very impressed with my guy.
Ioane converts the first, 58-48. St. Pat's a 10-point lead in a game like this is absolute gold.
2 from 2. Free throw shooting, such an underrated fundamental skill, can really make or break games.
When you talk about Ken Pomeroy and the 4 factors, Maya Williamson, free throw rates are such a critical part of winning basketball games.
Totally agree. St. Pat's remaining in their 2-3 zone.
There's that high post catch we wanted. Cartwright, Kurufifi Toru is good.
Oh, yeah, much better. I think, as you can see, the defense has to sink in on that high post catch, and he's able to recognize his shooter in the team who knocks that one down. Much better offense.
Looking for a post up here, St. Pat's Silverstream. Oh, little hezzy. Little shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yeah. And away come Mags after that. 2 points for St. Pat's.
So St. Pat's still not working super hard to disallow the high post catch for Dante there, who looks wide open in the dunker spot.
Oh, that cut was just a little bit too late there from number 9, Stepan Kosenko. Oh my God, Coker Gray didn't realize he was through until late. Here is Cartwright. Find Kosenko. 8 on the shot clock, plenty of time.
Does a good job to get that pass away. Only 4 seconds to work with. A great back tip. Oh, did you see that? That was the best transition pass I have seen yet here at Secondary School Nationals.
And Mags, they're getting a good job driving Maya, but they just need to find a way, pivot, look for the players. A wonderful wall up here from St. Pat's again as they come away with the steal. And we saw in the first half, this is where they created all their goodness.
Yeah, and they are able to...
If that had gone down, I reckon we would have seen a timeout
Yeah,
from Mount
totally.
Albert.
Yeah, transition basketball is St. Pat's preferred way to score. They couldn't capitalise that time, but you don't want to give them too many opportunities.
Cartwright in and out. Big rebound, Ben Foot. Just jumped a foot higher than everyone else to grab that one.
Kapai. I like the fact that St. Pat's are now trying to fill corners, making Mags kind of play a lower defense, although still that back line above the charge circle. Not having to engage a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if they could fill this corner as well, because the Mags guards are playing it so high, it's then going to create a massive gap for cutters to come in through the middle.
Yep.
Force that defense back up and then open up the driving lanes.
This guy happens to the best of us. How many games have you done already? Like 50?
This is game number 12.
Feels like 50?
Nah, it's usually about the 16 game mark.
Start to lose your mind a little bit?
Yeah, when you've got the A finals and you really got to lift it, like Justin Nelson with the Tokamana with Queens.
What a great booming voice that dude has.
Man can talk.
Did you say your first commentary tournament was with old Justin?
My first secondary school nationals was with Justin in 2019. First tournament was with Connor O'Fee, who is definitely not short of a word himself. Then I had the pleasure of sharing the commentary booth with Josh Davis, who remembers every basketball fact from 1946.
That's the guy. Oh! Pokes his tongue out with that one. He knows what's up.
The big Pukana. Mags down 15. St. Pat's already lost a game. Went down to Nelson College this morning. And sometimes, Maya, you just need a loss, don't you, to revitalise, refresh.
Ignite the flame just a little bit. They do give up a foul there, though, and we'll see a reset to 14 and a whole new position. Hoping that Mags can kind of get a bucket here to claw away that lead a little bit. They are on the back foot at the moment, and a bucket would be nice to kind of put a foot down at that momentum that St. Pat's have started to gain.
Well, speaking of gain, how good is Girls Got Game having the activations?
I don't know if you saw that. Sorry.
I did.
That was a beautiful pass and an even better recognition of the dunker spot. Just crawled his way in there. Nothing easier than that. Sorry, you were saying, Andrew?
It's been great to have Crystal Ledger-Walker and Zoe Richardson down.
Just Richards. Sorry to jump
Richards, yeah, no. You're correct.
Ooh, all air on that one.
All gas, no brakes at the moment in this boys pool game. And Matakatia is going to go to the line with the opportunity to add a couple and cut into this 13-point lead. St. Pat's Silverstream have created.
Dante had a good little stint with the under-16 boys last year, I believe.
Did he?
I think he did.
Yes, he did. 2022, New Zealand under-16 boys.
Believe that was the Oceania Cup with Leighton.
Shout out to Lates. What a job he's done.
Lates Hattleton. Great result at the Asia Cup just recently. I'm sure everyone knows the silver medal finish.
I wish someone would have toasted about it on social media.
Yet nobody has. Not a single person.
Here is St. Pat's. Happy to slow things down. Probably still too much time in this game to properly try and bleed the clock, but surely in no rush as the little left-hand floater hits the side of the Papamuri. Kick ahead, Harry Coker Gray up with the layup.
So that's something we've actually not seen a lot from Mags is transition basketball.
Well, St. Pat's have done such a good job getting back, haven't they?
Yeah.
As we have another look here on the action replay.
Nicely done.
And a big timeout here from Terry Stallworth. Opportunity just to calm his troops down. Still got a 9-point lead. And a game like this that is magical. Although let's be honest, Maya, when you're coaching, no lead is ever big enough, is it?
Totally, especially 9 points with 6 minutes to go. I have seen worse been done, so definitely no opportunity here to be complacent or comfortable.
Yeah, well, I've seen 15-point leads lost at this point of the game in WBC finals.
Have you?
Have.
Traumatic.
It was.
Don't want to talk about it?
Not really.
Well, I'm sure that Terry doesn't want to give up one of those either, but Daryl Cartwright doing a good job with his group.
I'm sure where Terry Stallworth is running off to at the moment.
He's done. He's had enough. Is that father of Ezekiel Stallworth?
Correct.
Do you know what he's doing nowadays?
Nope.
That's not very helpful.
There is actually film of Terry Stallworth as well, playing back in the day, some early 3x3 in the 90s.
Come on, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry, as Andrew has quoted too many times today.
Do you know what that meme's from?
Is that Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
No, what? What's that from?
It's a firework video. I'll show you afterwards.
Saw the John Cena prank call at halftime. Really enjoyed what I saw.
Haven't finished it.
Do, 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 do.
Here is St. Bats to the hoop.
Ooh.
Leaves that short.
Funny.
And again, away come Harry Coker. Great. This is good for Mags. Kicks out to the corner. Easy Kurufifi. Toru is long.
That would have been huge. But St. Pat's get into their preferred offense.
Oh, this is going to be a discussion here. Did the contact come first, or did the travel come first? Travel call.
Unfortunate. Kristen Cole Irony has done a good job being able to play off 2 and utilise his footwork here today, but just a little bit of a fumble in that one.
Did he fumble the bag?
The bag was fumbled, flipped and tumbled. Mingos.
Here is Mags. Again, they're trying to get that high post. They had it there. Cartwright out of the corner.
Come on. Kuru Fifi Toru. I believe that's number 3 or 4 for Cartwright.
Well, you can't write it any better for Mount Albert Grammar on that position. Got it to a 6-point game. Terry's back on the sidelines.
Pretty tough shot to put up there, but manages to get an O-board. Offensive 2-upper, again not good.
And Harry Coker Gray again. 2-on-2 opportunity to the hoop. Euros and is fouled.
Terry Stallworth very unhappy with that. A lot of stagnation now for St. Pat's, and I find that's an easy rhythm to get into. When you start to lose momentum, you start to lose your offensive flow. They don't have a lot going on there apart from one cut. So you'd like to see a bit more movement on the offensive end.
Well, you know what they say, Maya, one cut is all it takes.
Falling in love with me. Is that the reference you're going for with the song, or am I totally off the mark?
No, you're on. Dua Lipa.
That would have been really embarrassing if I had not got that. Cut the lead to 4, Andrew. We've got a ball game on our hands.
Here's St. Pat's. And you've got to wonder, Maya, can they find the blank spaces?
Are we going for Tay-Tay right there?
T-Swizzle in the house.
T-Swizzle. A little bit more movement here for St. Pat's, but still haven't created a lot.
And there was a slice of heaven for Mount Albert Grammar to get the offensive foul call.
Was it the hook or was it extension of the elbow? I'm unsure of what the referee's signal was there.
It was a bit of both.
Bit of both. Would like to see a little bit of early ball movement and player movement to create a better open lane. Yeah, just bumped him off. And that's a totally valid call from Regan. I like that.
Yeah, Regan Ashley, for me, really one of the most improved referees. Already at a very high standard prior to this year, but I feel his experience in the South NBL and Tauihi League has just pushed him a step above.
Totally agree.
Matakati, a little up fake hook, and that's that pivot we were talking about, Maya.
Yeah, the ability to play off 2, such an underrated fundamental basketball. And is that bonus? I believe. Harry Cocker Gray.
Yeah, they're looking for their lotto bonus ball.
So they have done a very great job to cut away at this lead and doing it very timely with still 4 minutes left. So not only could they come back, but they could gain the lead if things continue to go their way.
Converts the first, Harry Coker Gray. 1 possession game. 1 bucket game now. Full court pressure here from Mount Albert Grammar. But great work from St. Pat's just to slow it down. They've got it up. And again, what wriggle room can they find? They find Ioane, who leaves it short.
That's a real shame, and he'll be really unhappy with that one. But that is exactly the perfect thing to do for them, right? This Mags defense playing super high. They're not even aware of Kristen Cole down there.
Well, it was actually the rotation of Cartwright who was in the weak side. He saw the man in the corner, got a little bit too wide, left the space open in Bloody Nose Lane.
Yeah, Kristen Cole will be unhappy, but does get a chance to go to the line, and these would be crucial for St. Pat's.
Louis Yuri fouls out. No longer take part in this game. He's going to take a break, take a Kit Kat.
Kawhai. And well done. Ice in his veins.
Converts both.
I like the up-court pressure from the top two guards of this zone.
Well, they've got to do as much as they can, even though it's a 4-point game, just to bleed as much time as possible. St. Pat's. And you'll see again for Mags Meyer, that high post is actually open now. St. Pat's is saying, hey, we're going to give you that, and then we're going to crowd. Got the shot they wanted, Mags can't convert, and away comes St. Pat's. Chance here to extend this lead. 2 minutes and 54 seconds to play.
Interesting. Still a really high back line of this 3-2, choosing not to break the charge circle. Arana Robertson takes advantage of that. You see, as soon as you play your back line really high and there is a penetration breaking that, you're late to the spot, and you see Arana there able to take advantage of that and then earn himself a trip that could extend the lead back out to 6.
Well, we all like free trips, don't we, Maya?
Yes, we do love free trips. You do especially.
Yeah, my time at Harbour Basketball is for team net and assistant coach. That was going to Las Vegas or Melbourne.
Oh, that's not too bad, is it?
Put my hand up.
Yeah, I guess I can go to Las Vegas if you need me to.
All right, then. Misses the first, converts the second, and that is a nice score right now for St. Pat's. And a shoelace needing to be done up.
There's always one, isn't there? Silence fills the gym. It's late at night. Everyone wants to go home, get
no,
to
they
sleep.
don't. I'm enjoying this. And I believe that some of the other courts are a bit behind us as well, especially Rosmini, Mount Auckland Grammar. So might just sprint out after this one, take all that in.
Do we have a score update on that at all?
We don't, and we're going to have no score update in this one either, as Cartwright a bit long on that one, maybe a bit of an adrenaline rush. Here's Mags. It almost looks like they're playing a 4-1 defense. Short there on the Kuruwhiwhi Toru, big rebound. And
crucial now that Mags get a bucket to go, otherwise they'll be putting in some serious mahi the last minute and a half.
Well, Harry Coker-Gray does the mahi and gets the treats.
Yeah, that's a huge bucket. Now only being down 3. And
both coaches, I believe, have 2 timeouts up their sleeve. They've got to do a better job there, St. Pat's, in those handoffs, not allow the Mags hands into it.
Yeah.
A bit ISO, the pass strong. Trying to find the cutter and the steal for Mags. Away they come, down 3.
That's a huge defensive position for Mags. And a bucket here could change the tide.
Thought about it, Coker-Gray up top. To the hoop. Corner, Kuruwhiwhi Toru, no one able to get it away. Matakati with the left hand.
Hello. That is an incredibly tough finish from Matakatia. 1 point in it, Andrew.
And we're going to see St. Pat's score here. Mount Albert Grammar are going to take a timeout. Doing a good job there. Pushing that St. Pat's offense all the way out. And the noise is getting deafening in the arena.
Oh, that is a tough bucket. Oscar Wrigley.
Taken here from Coach Cartwright, saying you had to get over.
Oscar
Wrigley. Allow that angle.
That is a really nice finish, though. The ability to get downhill in a matter of seconds off of the ball screen and the ability to finish as well on an extended off-balance shot. Like, that's a really tough finish.
Well, Oscar just wriggled his way, didn't he? Maya, you know, little X's and O's as we have another look at here on the action replay. Look at the angle he took, just a little hezzy.
Yeah, my mistake. I said ball screen. He was able to create that off the dribble himself just with one little in and out dribble. But for me, the most impressive thing was that finish. Bit of a circus shot, but, you know, a very timely layup here for St. Pat Silverstream.
Maya, you're a bit of an X's and O's savant. What are you going to be looking at here for Mags if they choose to advance the ball, which you would think they would when you're down? What do you think they might contemplate doing?
I don't think you necessarily need a 3 yet.
Absolutely not.
But you take any good shot, right? I think the ball will go in the hands of Dante or Harry Cocker-Gray. The most successful scorers here today, I believe that it will go either way. Dante is on a bit of a roll right now. I'd like to see him operate out of the high post. He's had a lot of success both shooting it from the high post and ripping and going. So I'd like to see the ball go in the hands of one of those two scorers.
Well, it hasn't quite been Dante's peak, but no doubt a very important player for Mags who can affect the outcome of this game.
Hunty P. Harry Cocker-Gray will get the ball. Not needing a 3, but definitely needing a bucket here. Great find.
That might have been the look they were going for. Cocker-Gray again.
Someone's got to put the ball up.
Cartwright off the back rim, and that's going to be an offensive tūrapa. He's definitely going for the 3 here as they go to the hoop. Leaves it short. And looks like Cartwright just stood on someone's foot as they're dribbling around. It's going to be Hassan Munir, who we haven't seen much of in this game.
Yeah, needing to apply a bit more pressure. They're a bit complacent there. Daryl Cartwright obviously wanting his team to be a little bit more aggressive earlier. And they'll get a pair of Kuri Totakus there.
And he's going to elect not to take a timeout if they score here, which is smart because he makes 1, you have to score twice, which means with that little bit of extra time you're going to need. But again, it's not going to make a difference if they do not score. It looks like he's opting to take it.
Ooh. They don't look like they're holding the sign up, but he did say something to the score bench. Clutch free throw there. Makes both, and he will utilise his timeout. I guess you kind of have to. Probably want to advance the ball to get a bucket.
I'm not sure I agree with it, just from the fact that, Maya, they have to score twice. So if you think about it, 14 seconds, they're probably going to take minimum 6 seconds to score here. That's 8.6. Then you've got a foul. You're probably going to lose about 1.4 seconds there. I guess you've still got 7 seconds.
It's tough either way, right? Because they still do want a quick bucket, I suppose, down this end, foul straight away, then giving themselves plenty more time down that end to score had things gone their way.
The shot has to go up before 8 seconds.
I think there's no right answer for this one. It's definitely a tricky situation either way. But Daryl Cartwright, we trust him. That guy's a New Zealand legend.
He is.
Much like you. You liked that one, didn't you?
I'm not sure anyone at home agrees.
Well, there may be one or two.
Producer Rich on his knees praying this one doesn't go to overtime.
I'd love to see it go to OT.
Thanks, Rich.
What did he just say? You can say it on the live stream.
He said, I want it to go to overtime. Right, so Mount Albert Grammar. What do you reckon? A little hammer play on the weak side?
I think ball's going to go to Cartwright. Oh, no.
They're trying to set that screen for the corner, weren't they? Matakatia puts it up and puts it in. And how quickly can they foul?
Oh, that's gutting. Oh, that is not the clapback that Mags are expecting. And they don't have a timeout. They're going to have to launch something here and shoot
Put it up, Kurufifi Toru. It's good.
So a clutch shooting display.
But that's going to do it here. St. Pat Silverstream taking down the undefeated thus far Mount Albert Grammar School 75-74. The Showcore Evening Games putting on for us here in the commentary booth. Maya Williamson, what have we just seen?
That is a huge win for St. Pat's, and I believe they take #1 spot in the pool with that win. Is that correct?
Yes, I do believe they do. As we have another look here at the heave, and despite the time, the bank was still open. It's 9:20 here on the show court.
So a great ending to a great ball game. St. Pat's do a good job to hold on to that lead and get it done in the Fly Palmy Arena.
And of course, a quick plug for tomorrow on the show court. It's finals day here in the single A's for the boys and girls. We're going to have the 3 and 4 playoffs from 2:15. The women's final at 6 p.m, the boys' final at 7:45, followed by the prize giving.
I believe the stage has been set for the girls' final, Opanaki versus Aquinas High School. However, boys, I believe, have their semi-finals earlier in the day.
Yes, they're at 10:45. Maya, are you commentating either of them?
I think I might be, actually.
How good. So from myself, Andrew Horrocks, Maya Williamson, alongside me, producer Rich, camera woman Jess, the Basketball New Zealand staff, and everyone involved, we wish you a good night and a see you tomorrow.
Noko ora mai rā.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Okay guys, twice to sell. Got past as well, going to sell. Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
We're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.